Welcome, my lovely dears, to another swiftly seen session of sunrise and sunset. When last we left off, our players spent some time coming to terms with talking to God, which was pretty cool. Worked out pretty well for you. Had a little chat with Asmund and oh, that was it. Yes, you had a fake book crafted to hand over to the Manticores, although Ralu was under the impression that the real one has been handed over and the fake will be swapped in and out in the future. A necessary choice in order to avoid Ralu and her inability to tell a lie to come to roost. As a result, the party were rewarded with a neat little stack of goodies, and invited to a grand box in the circus, or more correctly, a private seating area in the circus when they reopened, which would feature food and drink. At the same time, you were made aware of the location of the next puzzle plinth, the one you actually acquired the first key for quite early on in the game, although it happens to be at the bottom of what is effectively Vitorria's drinking water. So it's been decided you'll creep down there in the evening when you are less likely to be seen climbing into the town's drinking water. Yeah, like sensible people. That was mostly it. Discussions were had. You had a chance to stretch your legs and get used to the place. And we pick up in the circus. By this point, the lovely Karin has had a chance to get used to her shiny new necklace. It allows her to not need to eat and drink and sleep. Instead, she can do these things optionally, just for fun, Just in it for the love of the game now. And the house.
No more fasting across the ship travels.
Indeed. And yeah, you are given a great big central position. Oh, no, I've got you on the stairs, not in the boxes. There we go. Up there at the top of the screen. You guys have the private booths spread out amongst you. And the crowd is pretty packed with all manners of people. Yeah, but there is a group that clearly stands out. They've got a few empty spaces on either side of them, despite being quite packed, which is unusual, considering the look of them. They look like very sociable, likable people. One appears to be a tiny cat girl.
No, this squad again.
Hypno-tittied elf ranger. And a grumpy-looking Yandere Manda.
I understand Hypnotits very well.
Hypnotits is a superpower for which all are glad. Maybe she's getting a bunch of looks, even if the rest of the seating is giving them plenty of space. And the show goes on. Beautiful, beautiful meals are brought to you. They're not particularly large by any measure, unless you start asking for more and more, but instead they bring out these lovely platters of, I guess you'd call them aperitif. They're these thin crackers upon which are laid creams and cheeses and fruits and vegetables, all artistically cut up to look like little animals, almost too cute to eat. These delicious snackulars. So many delicious treats are provided for you. Although if the party is, proving to be far hungrier, they will bring you more and more. They have, unsliced portions of the food as well. So, like all of the ham and vegetables that these cracker snacks have come from, they will just bring out the actual food afterwards. Once you guys have been treated, the little artistic works. Similarly, alcohol flows freely for those that are there to consume it. Yeah, like that bridge, but if everything was given the decorative apple cutting shtick.
Oh, yeah.
Like apple bunnies.
Yeah, you pay an extra $200 for the experience.
You do though, don't you know? That's how you get all the money from it. Why do you think like any event you go to, those big cups are like $20 for something that's like maybe a couple cents?
I'm gonna
That's how
go
we
to
get you.
Rome and spend $200 on a tiramisu.
That's how we get you, you know?
Exactly. There you go. And VCT is clearly what we're talking about here. Delicious little treats.
$15 for that.
But it's fine,
Only
you get it all
15?
free.
Wow, come on now.
You get it all free as well. How wonderful for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Steve did for Arlene.
Yes, that's right. Steve
God,
did
those are
make
cute.
apple bunnies. Yeah, I like those ones with their carrot, their fluffy carrot.
I mean, it is cute, but
You have a little attendant tiefling on hand. They're like, "Oh, please, I insist. They may look too cute to eat, but they are there to be enjoyed, and ever so sweet and fresh."
alright.
Yeah. After that is all handed out for you all to enjoy, you're able to watch the show. There is a glorious trapeze act that goes on at one point. Two tiefling individuals who hold together, hands around ankles, and stand on one another's shoulders, start doing two-person cartwheels across the trapeze itself before doing a staged fall, admittedly, catching one another as they drop, but with their tails looped together so that they land on the rope with their tails and spring back up again. A very death-defying moment there, for all considered. And at the stage center, there happens to be a particularly large tiger dancing on a ball. He's just chilling. He's having a great time. His name is Galumph, and he loves to dance. And every time he does a circuit about the ring, that he is given a great big, haunch o' ham.
Ham.
Ham. Yeah. The show continues on. They do their very best to provide endless delights for you. But could everyone please give me perception tests?
Sure. Let's see your perception.
Wait a second.
Wow. Looks like Ralu's most on the ball here.
See, this is a new day from our last adventure, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
this
This
is
is
the
the
day
second.
after
The
the-
second day. The first day you recovered from the library, and today is the second day.
Yeah, this is the afternoon after milk time.
So make sure you got an inspo mark down, Ralu.
And
Like,
Masika
28.
also notices. All right, Ralu, Masika. Not all is as it seems in the high stands and trapezals. Mysterious, becloaked figures appear to be on top of a number of the platforms. You catch them moving around and taking position.
It's clearly an assassination. I cast Arcane Blast.
I don't know if you're in range.
I cast Magic Miss. No.
I know you should totally do that.
Yeah, they appear to be about 20 meters away on the closest of the trapeze. Masika, with your perception, you can see that they are paying an awful lot of attention to the trio who are sat upon their seats watching the show.
By tree, you mean like the other set of adventurers down here?
Yep. They appear to be enjoying the show very much. They have probably by this point got like 4 empty 2-gallon cups of beer that have been consumed.
Oh, that's easy, like
Wait,
100 gold there.
Empty bags of puppet corn.
These don't look like
Popcorn.
stage performers.
Oh, I see them now. You put them on the map over here.
I have put them
No,
on the
these
map over there.
These are totally assassins. You should like alert somebody.
Oh,
Yeah, they
I-
do not look bueno.
yeah. I am going to call the party's attention. Man, Scout, why do you always do this when I'm assuming I'm not in my armor, right?
I don't know. For the most part, you say that you're always in your armor, albeit unbehelmeted. It's up to you, I guess. Knowing that
like
after you're done
manticores.
here, you're going into a puzzle dungeon, I figure you'd come with your gear.
People don't like manticores in this town anyways. It's good to keep my armor on.
Yeah.
Alright. I will alert the party and stand up and get ready to fly. I
Yeah.
can attack where they are.
You can indeed, although the box you're in has like a roof on it, so you'll have to
yes, we're
step
in a
out of it
box.
to do so.
Yes,
Yes, you
I
are in a
forgot.
box. So you will have to step out to do so. Anytime you want to tell the class, though.
I did.
Like in character, perhaps.
Fine. There appear to be skulkers not part of the circus. I think they're about to attack those 3 in the other booth.
Oh,
What? Oh no!
Tiff's
Roll
gonna like
point.
lean over your shoulder. Oh shit! I didn't even notice those guys. It's been a while
I-
since we've seen them.
I thought they were part of the performance. I'm on my way.
Oh, right, there's a Hypno out there. I forgot about her a little bit.
I'm gonna
Everyone around her is struggling to pay attention, of course.
slip into the shadows.
Into the shadows.
Well-
No, you don't.
No.
Oh well.
This place is bright. There are lots of dazzling lights.
Gonna hop over.
Oh,
Attempt getting into the
Okay,
shadows.
so you are in an elevated box as a reminder. So that is a relatively obvious, like you climbing out of a window and dropping down, or vaulting a balcony and dropping down.
I don't have to vault down. I have wings. I can flappy.
Okay, flying
Flapping.
directly from an elevated box is also obvious. I'm gonna say it would be disadvantaged to stealth even if you.
Yeah.
reroll
Well,
it.
I failed anyway.
I am also flying.
Still gonna go do it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. As you do so, there are a bunch of people like below you in these stands who like look up, and a few make gasps and squeals of surprise.
It's okay. They'll probably think it's part of the show.
They're getting a
Well,
little
well.
upskirt from Cass too. To be fair.
Please, they have kids here. This is a circus.
Well, one's making them
How-
look up.
How far can we go before turn order shows up, I suppose?
I should make a test to see if these people know that they have been rumbled. I'm gonna
Yeah, that
make
sounds like a good idea.
3 advantage tests.
Ralu is wearing bright-ass white armor.
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess they could.
Oh,
no,
okay, yeah,
no.
they all very clearly see you guys preparing and
Oh, boy.
noticing them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think it's a very high check for them to notice it. They could fail it, but no.
No, that would appear not to be the case.
Well, all hell's about to break loose.
Back to the middle of the turn order for me.
Where you belong, bitch.
Yeah, I'm not helping.
Yep. that's
Mive,
alright.
no. Mive, clearly what happened was, like, Ralu and Cass stood up and just handed off their plates to Mive without thinking and just jumped out.
Yeah,
I was just
we
like, oh,
probably
those
should
plates.
have got like one of the attendants to, tell the ringleader, like, hey, a ruckus is about to occur. But these are
Yeah,
afterthoughts.
but taking that amount of time when an assassination's about to go down.
That and the
That's
ringleader
what-
appears to be in the middle of the ring, leading,
That's
because you're in the
true.
middle of a show.
Yeah, that is true.
The only attendant with you is literally like a waitress in clown
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and listen, that's why we leave the people that are good at talking to explain to people while I fly away.
Yeah, well, now we gotta save the Clussy.
Let's see, can I even get there in a double move? I don't think so.
Probably
Even if
not.
I
They're like
wild
20
shifted.
spaces away from you. Like the closest one is like a 18 away,
What does wild shift add? Is that 2?
+2.
Yeah, so that's 9, 18. I don't think I'd be able to make it.
Do you have any martial maneuvers that can also get you some?
Oh, I can make it in double move. No, I don't. There are no maneuvers I have that do that.
Okay. 'Cause I know Winter has like the Bull Rush one, I think it is.
It might be in a
Yeah.
different fighter subclass, but I'm a Rune Knight. That sounds like great movement. Sounds like something a Dragoon does.
Well, no, it's like you can get
it's
any of them
a
on there. It's just like you choose which ones you want.
it's a martial exploit.
Martial
Yeah,
exploit,
I
yeah.
don't. My martial exploits are Deadly Strike and Parry.
Man, shouldn't you have more than 2? I feel like you should have more than 2 at this level.
I don't know.
Yeah, you learn a new martial exploit at 3rd, 6th, and 9th. So you get Deadly Strike and Parry, and then you get like
Oh,
2 more.
I have the old version. The old version of getting additional exploits was only at 5th and martial exploit. 5th, 7th, and 9th.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm going
Well.
off old rules.
Wham, wham. Alright.
you have to figure out which ones to get then.
Is everybody rolled and on?
Let's see, Tiffany, Cows,
It's looking like it.
Loam, me, Masika, Maeve, Karin. I think that's everyone.
Cool. Alright.
Because, let's see here. The doggo doesn't get its own turn, right? Like, that's off of Cass's turn.
He could get his own turn, but he will... Well, I guess he can just go as is. Do you want to roll his initiative, Savin?
Sure. Pop.
Okay. He should your good pal.
He is a faithful pal indeed.
And has a Kira riding on his head. The catsock. The mighty catsock. Alright, Tiff is going to... fuck, I don't really want any, like, bystanders to get hurt. There are a lot of civilians here. Tiff is going to swoop down here.
Good plan.
Radio Vertical Design has not been made aware yet. And a lair action.
This place is a lair.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
This is the House of Fun.
It's the circus's lair. Welcome to my domain now.
You know what? Because you're the one who said that, Anai, enjoy your 1d6 bardic inspiration.
Cool. Let's put a D6 of like a purple dot on me.
Sounds good. Khassid!
Khassid.
You watch as Tiff takes to the wing and fucking vaults her way down into the middle of the stage. This does attract Gulump's attention. Interested tiger noises as giant Burge flies by.
Chicken. Big chicken.
Big chomcom.
Do we see her, like, doing anything up here?
She's currently saying something to him, but you definitely can't hear over the sounds of a surprised crowd.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'm going
Yeah, she is. She is 20 odd meters away now.
to cast Zephyr Stride on myself. A little bit more speed. flippy flappa over here. And then, yeah, it'd be really funny if we made a dude fall off, wouldn't it? However, I am out of range to do so.
Well,
That's-
fun rescinded.
Actually, wait, hold on. I was right under Ralu, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I have one more square. Here. Aha!
Oh, just barely. Very nice.
Eke it out. Alright. Beguiling Strands. I don't get sneak attack, which is a shame. But, oh well.
I suppose I should ask for clarity, considering you are in like this big, grandiose public setting. What do your spellcasts look like when you cast Beguiling Strands at someone?
You know, it would be appropriate for someone like a cast to be like, oh, it's, you know, sparks and rainbows and stuff, but really he's an arcane trickster, so I think it's just like him flicking his wrist out and pulling it back to cause webs of shadow to grab this guy's brain and yank him. Or at least try to.
You hear a kid beneath you go, "Look, Mummy, a mime!" Because from there, it looks like you're doing mime
no.
work. Unfortunately, they saw you coming and he ducks you.
I'm gonna reroll that. And now because I have advantage. Come here, you son of a bitch.
16 is a hit. Where do you like to pull him?
I would like to pull him this way.
All right, buddy. You got to make a save
Yep,
and
he gets
see
to
if
make-
you hang on.
Deck save.
Oh shit! Did it dex? You say? Uh
Off he goes.
oh. Ka-thump. That gets us a gasp out of everyone here.
Take that, evildoer!
Give me a performance, please.
Sure.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
All right,
good,
you
good,
vamp it up. You do not give these kids trauma.
You do
It's
not give
definitely
the
like
kids
it's definitely like a
PTSD.
row. It is definitely a row of kids on the first floor here, like on this first like closest plinth. But yes, you do not do them a heckin' trauma. And now for the damage. First up, the 9 damage, which is frankly not that impressive, but the fall, and he got a 1. Let's see how well you land. A 14. It's not.
He
It's
already
fine.
made
He
his
only
dex
breaks
save.
both.
Hold
His
on,
dex
dude.
save was to hold. It was to grab on. He still has to make an acrobatics to land, which decreases the amount of damage you take when you fall.
Don't worry, kids. That crunching was just a popcorn in his pockets.
Yeah. That said, it's quite the fall. Let's see. It's 1, 2.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
3, 4,
Judging from
5,
scale.
6, 7, 8. It is a 9-meter fall.
Oof.
So that's a what? 8d6.
Hold on,
I
so
think that only knocks a
Weird.
D off, right?
hold on, let me just copy paste the bullet points from the falling damage rolls.
Nice.
And it's in VCT. So,
Every 2 meters. Okay, so
but
that's
it's
46 then.
D10s.
Ooh.
Oh,
recall.
40 10s. Okay.
And yeah, he does get to knock off.
Yeah, and he gets to make a dexterity to reduce the damage, divide the results by 5. For every point of result. Okay, so he can reduce the damage by... He can reduce it by 2 dice. That's not
Yes.
too bad.
Yeah, that's really good. It takes
That was
the,
a
the
decent dex check
damage
for
by
him.
half.
7. So he still takes 5d10.
No, he takes 2d10 every 2 meters, Skow.
Oh, it's every 2 meters past the first 2. 2d10.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, do you want to roll that 2d10?
Sure. 14.
14! Crump. He lands, but it's like... He lands on both feet and, like, you know, tucks and rolls into the fall. Presumably by luck. He doesn't look like the most dexterous individual. They still land pretty fucking hard. You're sure they were close to having their shin bones come out through their kneecaps.
And they are prone.
And then, yeah, the tumble to the ground.
Knockdown.
Finding my precious sideways icon.
You love that thing, don't you?
It's so good. It's just a...
I just gotta get a picture
It's
of
so
the
stupid.
there's a pedestrians crossing sign on the street nearby my house. The sign has flopped over, so it is sideways.
Nice.
I really got to get a picture of it.
So these are not minions. That's
No.
unfortunate. I was really hoping they were.
Why? That wouldn't be much of a fight. Realizing they are.
Oh god, there's more on the other
rumbled.
side.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh, this one. How brave are you feeling?
But Kinathis, look how much range you have.
You're probably gonna die for this. He gives up his chance to grab onto a ledge for safety or make an acrobatics by performing a 8-meter DFA.
Oh,
Is he jumping onto Cass?
No,
he's gonna land
jumping
on the
onto one
link.
of the yeah.
Oh, onto them, right?
Let's see here. I feel like if it's an 8-meter drop, there should be some damage thrown on as well as the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Like, he's
translate
opting to-
his fall damage into her.
Yeah, I
Go
think
look at the
he's going
Dragoon
to
thing,
he's going to give up his ability to stay safe from this damage. Like it's essentially just a fucking deadly elbow drop as opposed to any kind of technical Dragoon leap. This dude is not making a save versus the damage he's rolling on himself. So let's see here. It's an 8-meter fall onto the middle of the stands. So that is 3d10.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, every 2 meters past the first two.
All right.
That's an ouchie.
That is 26 damage. Homeboy here takes 15. Ow. Okay, and this one is going to double move down. He has to actually climb quite slowly and into the crowd. This guy sees that there is a Cass and unfortunately cannot reach you for a DFA and is instead going to... Oh, wait, can you reach this man? That is a hell of a leap, but it would be real cool if you got it.
What's his movement speed?
Movement is 7. They are striker. They are skirmishers.
Wait, no, movement speed actually doesn't decide like how
Doesn't
far he goes.
dictate it, but he's a strength skirmisher, so he could do it. Let's give it a go.
Well, actually, if it's
Oh, oh no! Wham! It hits the board here on the way in. Crump.
jeez.
Crunch.
Ah,
Oh, and then crumples to the ground,
Oof.
like into some boxes. Crump. Yeah, buddy, you're going to double move down, and you... How fucking willing are you feeling after watching that guy eat immense shit?
I wonder what the range of a lightning bolt is.
What's the range of your
It's
What's-
10.
What's the range of your Jazale?
You
Enough.
want me to start shooting here?
Not
Yes.
Shooting a gun in a crowd is probably not your cool move.
not the cool move.
Come
probably.
on.
I mean, not
I'm
the
very
gun, but
far
you have
away
a bow.
from any potential
Come on,
targets.
man. You don't need a high roll. Just do it. Come on, Volt. Oh, no!
Oh dear.
He trips.
Eat shit
Maybe
and
they'll
die.
just kill themselves.
Let's see
Will he
here.
land on the other motherfucker?
I think this dude takes 6d10.
Hey, will he land on the other
He's
motherfucker?
No, he fucks up so badly he falls at full height to the lowest point down here. So that is the full 9-meter drop, basically on his head. So I'm gonna up it from 3d10 to 6d10. I think he just ate the worst shit. I came off of it staggeringly lightly. Crump. The first one got screams of alarm. The second person falling down going, "Nah!" on his head and coming out seemingly alive as he stands back up again with his second movement. Like people like, "Oh shit, it is part of the show, hooray!" They don't usually use checks in SNS.
Yeah, they
I
don't actually
guess.
use checks. It's just 3+ their strength mod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Checks was never a 5e thing either, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I just kind of wanted it to be fun and full, but
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, it's fine to do like that. I just feel
This
like
is actually
it meant to.
hilarious.
it gets up. All right, Cass. Do you think this is part of the show? Oh wait, yeah, your friend got stabbed. Let's see here.
There's no way
part of the
she's
show.
that stupid.
It's part of the show, just getting stabbed.
Crump. It was not a fantastic roll, unfortunately, of the damage.
My wife.
And we'll use your Ono action and give her a big fat heal.
Yes, so they take the 17 in total, so not the worst.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Better.
it still hurt that guy pretty bad. Alright, this Abyss Hunter. I think after watching as many people eat shit, I think it is time to climb down. They are quite scared of falling to their death now. Ralu!
All I can do is wild shift and go up here and then make myself sturdy.
Okie dokie.
And
Also,
that's
can
my
you
turn.
wiggle your arrow, please?
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
Is that? Thank you. Loam!
Hmm. I'm not sure what to do.
Open fire.
I don't want to scare the crowd, but
Since
also
when did Loam care about peons? She's just a big grumpy goose.
I feel like you have a very particular view of Loam.
I'm just a grumpy desert ranger that don't like no one except for Mr. Big.
If you're using your
She likes
bow,
plenty
it
of people,
probably
she just
won't
doesn't
like
like gnolls.
alarm the crowd. I don't think like it'll be that loud.
Definitely not the guns.
Definitely not the gun though. The gun will probably start a panic.
Can I get up to how high up am I?
You're about 4 meters off the ground.
Can I get up higher out of view?
You could like climb onto the balcony and get onto the roof of this box. It'd be like a
Yes.
DC 12 acrobatics. It's not that hard for you. Oh yeah, you can make it up there. It isn't. It would be an awkward climb if not for that litheness with which you are oh so familiar. You do a classic Assassin's Creed vault up there. You leap out, grab the edge of the roof, and haul yourself up.
Okay, no shooting with the guns, but a bow might be able to would be silent enough.
Oh, for sure.
Uses a bow, then uses explosive arrows.
Explosive. I mean, that's just fireworks. That's just part of the show. It's
That's
pyrotechnics.
quiet enough. Shoots a bomb.
I'm not sure that. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah,
I
probably
mean,
not.
What if you just started knocking people off the rafters, though, with explosive arrows?
It doesn't have a knockback feature, but what
Oh,
does have
that's
a knock. But what does is my smite. My
just
wind
start knock-
strikes.
Yeah.
What's our fucking range on this?
Introduce this guy to the dirt.
The 28
20.
on a short bow.
Oops, that's the wrong button. I meant to drag my character sheet away. 20. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty far away.
I would have to. I do have. I would have to stand on the very edge, but I'm already up here. So how much movement would you say it took to get up?
Probably 3.
Okay.
Be like 1 up onto the edge of the balcony and then a difficulty 2 to climb.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's my range? 7. I can only
Everyone
get up
else
to
hears
here.
footprints across the roof.
It would be a disadvantage to attack a guy, but I'll give it a shot.
But Tesh.
You sure will.
Quarry is... Wait.
I am afraid with disadvantage that a miss.
I didn't
And you
do it.
didn't have quarry, yeah.
I didn't roll yet.
That's a short bow shot, right there.
I said that it was an accident.
Oh, okay.
When
sorry.
opening or moving the character sheet.
Right, I was tapped out. Go on then. Do your
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I will do that. And... Oh, well, 15.
15 is a hit.
Oh, shit.
I don't think you have quarry, but that is 12 damage. Or did you quarry him up?
I mean, there's no reason not... Wait, does Quarry have a range on it?
Probably.
I think so.
Hunter's Quarry, burst 20.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
No.
They're a little bit outside.
so
that.
no, okay, so I don't actually have that on.
Okay. So
so I guess I
just
did
12 damage.
Hit that guy.
You,
so
you lose 1 extra point of damage. I think you'll get over that.
yes, but you see, the whole point of me doing this was to use my wind strike on him.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Yoink. Goodbye.
Print wind strike, please.
It just moves him 2.
Slide them. Okay, it's slide, not push. All right, yeah, you can slide them over the
Off the
over into the
edge.
open air. Grab on, buddy. Grab on.
Let's see.
Nope.
3d6.
Off you go.
8 damage.
Thump.
So,
It's just screaming people just keep falling out of the rafters.
3D done, please.
Hallelujah.
Oh, 3d10? Okay. Another,
Yeah,
another
you
3d10.
fucked that. You got one off.
So the 3d8 is my wind strike, and then the 3d.
Ow. You have one
That's
more
wild.
shot.
Great
Oh, I do
job,
have it.
Kina.
Oh, I do have another shot.
Yeah,
Well, these guys are prone now.
That guy there stood up again. Oh, no, so that guy there climbed down. He's not prone.
Okay. Oh, wait. That guy is within range.
That is also true.
That guy is actually in range, so I will not be disadvantaged with this one.
Okay, but it will still be quarryless.
You shoot someone in the crowd.
I will expend my glove of accuracy to reroll that.
Okay, alright. That's good. Don't want to shank someone in the crowd. Okay, they
There's
take...
still no quarry on that, though.
They take 12 damage. Oh, it's exactly enough. 0.
These guys are learning very quickly the most deadly enemy in Dark Souls.
There's an even
Person
deadlier
on
enemy.
roof with a bow.
Yeah,
Person
nerds
on
on
roof
roofs
with a
with
bow
bows
and
and gravity. Yeah.
Gravity.
And,
yes,
you-
it's true.
and
You are-
Orlando.
Yeah, you are the Anne Orlando like silver archer right now.
Yeah, but with a very, 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 very short range in comparison.
Yeah, but still.
Let's. Oh wait, no, fuck doing that. She actually, for once, gets to use her special ability.
Oh,
Whoa.
She's gonna skip worrying about the knocking prone part and just fucking. Actually, wait, can she do? How far up is 7?
7 would be like
Leaps up into the balcony. Oh no, yeah, she can leap up into that balcony actually next to a guy.
I think that's like 1 outside of it, but she can move.
She can
afterward.
move. She can move closer to it.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Strength or Dex? Oh, it's not enough. He's not prone. You what? Like the crowd absolutely whoops and cheers when you guys see it. This like towering, muscular salamander, like crouch down low and fucking power leap 7 meters up in the air to land next to this fuckface and drop him down. She can make a chainblade attack if there is a prone target. A miss. Still,
Can't
What?
leave.
it can cleave. There is the second target is not in range of her. She does not have reach on her weapon.
Cleave would be around her, not around the target.
And that chain blade attack is in response to performing the ability. She couldn't use it after moving. She could move now, but that would involve standing like on an edge, and she does not want to stand on the edge and potentially get thrown off. She can
Yep.
leap up. She
Well,
can't
no.
land good. It's not her specialty. She is not a dragoon. She's just strong.
She just jumped good. Besides, dragoons actually don't land good for a while until like later on.
Also,
Wait, isn't that their entire thing? No,
They don't land
They
good
can
until,
jump
like-
good. They don't land good.
Yeah, they don't land good until like 10th.
Oh no.
It's very funny. It's 13 slashing. Anai.
Okay, here. So let's start with the Misty Step, I think, to get down from the box because the box is 4 meters up, and I don't jump good.
Makes sense. So, no, you're acrobatic. You can fall really good.
But I don't have to take fall damage, so I
You
might
don't
as well
have
not.
to if you can Misty, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. So 5 would put me there. So let's do
Mhm.
that first as a minor action. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rather than like going in front of the stands, I assume like there's like I can go underneath the stands here, right?
Yes, you can go underneath starting from probably like the third row.
The third row back. Okay. That's fine. All right, here. What is my speed? Is it 7? It is a 7. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I close enough to do magic missiles? I kind of am. Yeah. Is it worth it to do magic missiles?
I don't
What
think
damage-
you have from like down there and underneath this. You definitely do not have line of effect to the guy up there. There's,
But I have enough to,
there's
like,
no hope
I
in
can hit that
you,
guy
you
if
can
I
you
want
can
to.
you can see that guy and you can see that guy. You definitely can't see the one who is like 9 meters up and separated from you by a balcony.
That's fine. Let's just do a basic magic missile, putting all 3 onto this prone guy, I think.
Okie dokie.
So like they'll just shoot out over this way, like do a sharp curve and then like back sure like a big old V curve,
like hard angles, or are they actually like drifting?
hard angles.
Crank,
I'll
crank,
do
crank.
I'll do all the math under here, writing it into the equation as I do the spell.
Of course. You look like that
They
fucking
do
the equation
the
meme.
javelin,
Yeah.
the javelin goes straight forward
Yes.
and up, down on the tank.
I mean, that's quite like how all of her like spells actually work. Is like big
This is
magical
maths.
equations appear in the air, and like she has to quickly solve them to actually make the spells occur.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
All
not too
right. A
bad.
steady increase in damage. It's 3, 7, 13. Completely unavoidable damage while he's on the ground.
Just as you grow like more confident in like confirming the vector curve there.
Ah, I see. Masika.
All right.
It's fox time.
I see that. Yes.
I suggest just wild shaping and running. That's all I was able to do.
I think I can get even faster just by let's see, how much does wild shape increase movement by 2, right?
Just
I imagine
And
it's
rage
not
move you half.
Rage gives me half my movement, so that's about equal anyway.
Mm.
I think I'll double move and then rage for the last 4.
Sure. How are you getting out of the box? Are you just dropping down, or?
I think I can just drop down, yeah.
Sure. Give me an acrobatics. There's a chance you could take a D10 if you completely flunk it. All right. That's actually enough. 5 gets rid of
Okay.
1 D10.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming that was 1 square of movement, the getting down,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. That was just you
Okay.
dropping over the ledge. Okay, and then
Okay, that's my double
you
move.
coming big,
I am.
and I'm going to be mean and grow you away from them.
Yeah, I
Wait.
get that.
Whenever I'm given the option, I will always throw you away from your enemies so that you can't use your token size change, as it's also extra meter. Oh, and this time it cucked you? That's what I like to see.
Yeah. So in fact, I'll be right here, so it's a little more.
At least
Okay.
he has a polar.
I can't attack, I already double moved.
I know, but a polearm is still a reach weapon, so if he moves...
Eh,
That's true, yeah. If he tries to run away from you, he will get conked. Alright, this dude's
Yeah, I
gonna
can do
stand
the-
up.
I can do the one with reach this time.
Let's see here. Oh, I can do some genuinely mean shit with this dude. What's your range on this? 20? 20. Excellent. You're gonna have to risk going around here and standing on an edge, but it's so worth it. Hey, Ralu.
Hello.
You are marked. As
Okay.
a glowing target appears over your head.
I mean, that's kind of ideal for a fighter.
You're being marked by someone 20 meters away from you. You've now got a negative to hit people who aren't this dude. That's not good for you.
What?
He just used a ranged power next to somebody.
Oh yeah, she's gonna hit him for it.
Nice.
But you know, putting a big fat negative on you is amazing. Oh, he got hit this time. Oh no, and this time the dude is in range to get cleaved.
Oops.
So that is 17 damage on both. Maybe not your finest moment then, but still. Getting a -2 on Ralu is always nice. And that was her reaction, because I don't think she's actually a tonk. Let me see here. Yeah, you don't have a fucking Defend Aurora. Yeah, this guy's going to run back over here. Alright, and this is Hunter Striker now has advantage to hit Ralu. 25 to hit you. For 10.
Is that how marked works? I don't think that's how marked works. Oh,
Yes.
against creatures who are marked from any sorts. Got it.
Yeah, any source. Yeah, this is their special ability, is advantage on marked targets. Alright, Alzali. A good boy.
Wow, the boy. Well, time to double move.
Alright. I will need that acrobatics DC 5 to not take a D10 jumping out.
Okay. Hit.
Alright, he makes it.
Oh.
Good thump. That draws Golump's attention because suddenly there's a new friend to play with who has dropped down onto the road and fucking run across.
You know what would be really funny, Loam?
Hmm.
You did some ranger shenanigans on this tiger and made it go fucking feral on these dudes.
I can't remember. Is Animal Companion a spell you can quick cast? Or is it a ritual? I've forgotten. It's been a hot
It's just a normal spell. I don't think rangers get it free prepared. Druids do.
Yeah, they don't have it for free. Let's see here. Striker gets up and is going to try and punch this giant woman. Well, not punch, stab, slash, cut, miss. Miss the giant woman.
I do have animal friendship.
You have it prepped?
You do?
Fuck.
Excellent.
I always have it prepped.
You always do? Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mives go.
Alright. Time to get out. Let's see. If we get all the way out here. Yeah. So, acro check. DC 5. And she's going to cast Bless on herself, Cass, and Anai. Because that's all she can reach.
The rare bless on me? Holy crap.
I
okay.
know, right?
That's something good in your previous life.
Alright.
Aren't rituals like not free anymore? Like that's one of the things in SNS.
What do you mean, are rituals not a thing in this?
No, not a thing. As in they're not free. You don't
Oh.
just get to like cast them during like a short rest. I mean, you do cast them during a short rest, but like they expend like a bit instead, I think, or something.
No, so you can only cast them as part of a short rest, and to take a short rest, you must spend a vet. You can do
Okay.
anything else during that short rest, but
It is only a standard action within that short rest, so it's not taking up time.
so standard action parentheses ritual means you can either cast it as a standard action or you can cast it as a ritual, which means you're not spending a spell slot as well. It's up to you which
Karin,
resources.
bottom of the pack.
Indeed. So, let's see. It's a DC 5 to not eat shit, right?
Yep. DC 5 is all you need to reduce your damage from 1d10 to 0.
And not go prone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so down I go.
I like how Mype just barely makes it. Like, look, guys, it's easy.
Giant dog woman just leaps down. Boing.
Look, guys, it's
Guidance.
easy. Whoop.
Guidance.
Okay, yeah, you can guidance that.
Yeah, so boom.
What a thing to use guidance on.
I mean,
It's
yeah, it's
worth
guidance on not getting prone on the ground.
Yeah, I know. It's still funny.
It is really funny that you're like watching a fucking one of the Hornier family do a just barely staggered landing, like I got it, and then Karin book takes one of those like cut the frames out of the middle Family Guy falls though, just shuts, just is suddenly on the ground.
No, I prefer the classic Looney Tunes thing of just slamming into the floor and everything else bounces up around her.
Also good. Leave a
Yeah, it's a
Karin
classic
print in the
one.
ground. But yes, with
No,
guidance you
just-
can pass no matter what, and you can continue on.
Okay, so, and I will start moving, and I will shift.
Okie dokie.
So that's 4.
Buckles click and flap as you spread to the full growth of your armor. And a burr. And now there is a bear on the stage. Golub thinks this is amazing. There is more cheering. Karin, you are surrounded by the circus balls.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Iron Will. I just see the dancing balls in my face. Like, oh, focus.
I was so hoping he'd fail that and just go play with one of like the circus balls.
Me too.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, this is okay. So this is 8 out of my 9 because you use 1 movement, and I get right my vitality in temp. I get the actual lot more. The Vit. Okay. What level are we?
We're level 6.
It's a 6.
Soon to be 7.
Okay, this one has the wrong amount of hit points for some reason. This token.
It's tied to Karin, so it's weird that it is incorrect.
No, yeah, it was
Yeah.
it had 29 out of maximum 29.
Sometimes it
like,
just be like that. I just put
Yeah.
in HP and HP a second time, and it is the correct number.
So, save settings here. There we go. Go. So, here's that. And now I can double move.
I'm hoping that like token value discrepancy doesn't happen anymore in Jumpgate. That'd be nice if that's the case.
It would be.
Yeah, I don't
I have not
jump
seen
gate.
it happen in Jump Gate so far in Merz's game, so that's nice.
Oh, wait. Maybe I don't even need to. Ah.
Don't need to what? Sorry.
Might have a line here.
All games going forward are already in Jump Gate, right? Like it's just old games that have to be legacy converted. or
Correct. I can
something?
technically move this one to Jump Gate, but I don't want to redo anyone's sheets.
Yeah.
Would it redo anybody's sheet?
I can't remember, which is why I haven't
I
done
don't
it.
think it does.
I
Do
know
you
I'd have
want-
to change my maps up because maps get a new layer, the foreground layer, which is really cool.
You don't have to
There.
use it, like...
I-
It wouldn't, like, fuck up your existing maps. At
I'll
least
consider moving it to
theoretically.
Jump Gate. I suppose I could duplicate the game and see what it looks like in Jump.
Yeah, I mean, you
My
don't...
God.
You don't have to worry about importing 3 billion things like I do.
Yeah, no, yeah, yours is a lost cause.
Oh god
Yeah.
damn it, that's the
That's-
horror of your fucking campaign.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
playing with Jump Gate and also playing with the new D&D sheet. It's very cool. I
It
like
is
the
very
new
nice.
sheet a lot.
Okay. The big bear is a magical bear.
All right, shiny
Yes,
beam
if
of
I-
light. You can only touch one of them by the look of it.
Two.
Oh yeah, you can also go through. Sorry, I was looking at the terminus point here where those two dudes were. Yes, you can cut through
Yeah.
two people.
Yes.
All right, hit the spell.
Making sure everything is correct and that is correct and everything. Yep. So, skadoosh
Okay.
for piss.
Ugh. Stupid strength strikers and then no fucking. 21 damage. 21 damage. God, the guy who was prone got fucking another crit fail. He's having a bad day. Okay. And then Tiff. You see that Tiff has been given something. She's now holding something in either hand. As she takes to the air and stops on the trapeze up here, you see her strike the two things together and you can see it's a sun and a moon rod, but they have been dyed in different colors. And she's now going to start spinning the flares around to mess with people's attention, to make it look like this is, in fact, all planned.
Oh, good.
Again, there are kids in the crowd. She's going to do them a solid. That and she gets to play with flares.
Are they like Roman candle flares? So like they just start firing off.
Yeah,
like,
they just
like intermediately.
Yeah, they definitely make little whistling noises as they go. You know how to make shit look fancier. Not that much fancier. Well, still, she doesn't fuck the flares up at least.
Would she like an inspiration to make it look cooler?
If you would like to, that's on you.
Yep. Let's see if make it look cooler if you can.
Alrighty. Okay, yes. Yeah, she begins to juice these things up, and now all of their, all the little lights that pop off of these flares and fizzle and spin away actually do make little squealy noises. And loud firework-like pops and bangs at their end. Alright. Proddy, you got hit pretty hard by this dick face in front of you. Oh my god. Oh no, it's +6. I'd have to climb up the stands. She is going to cop an oppie to get up here. So that people up here in the stands can see. Sorry, up on that ledge can see. And so that people behind her don't get stunned by this. She's going to try and pull them off the ledge.
I find it hilarious. I love this plan.
Alright, buddy. What's your charisma like? Joke's on you, bitch. I'm gay. Not that gay. Oh no! Oh, he lands okay. He definitely still takes 2d10. Fucking hell. Crump. Who'd have thought that trying to assassinate someone from high up would, like, go really badly when they start using moves on them? Striker does get an attempt to oppy her as she runs out of it. Oh my god. Dude, come on. She's gonna scamper.
Everything's turning up. Hypno Titty Elf.
Yep. Lair action. I mean, I can't not use this one, especially as Karin goes bear form. Hey Karin, what's half your speed right now?
4.5.
4 then. Let's move you 4 towards them as a bright, colourful ball. Assuming you're willing. Are you a willing creature as the ball
yeah.
comes up to gather you? The colourful ball carries you towards danger.
Hey, at least it's all in the act.
That went in last session when you were very excited about the circus ball. Khassid.
Me. Well, time to fly closer. Let's see. And I guess dive bomb on this dude. Yeah, unfortunately I can't pull anyone else off of rafters as much as I would like to.
Yeah.
A shame. Alright, turn on my buttons.
This whole encounter came about because I was like, there's so much pushing and pulling and it's so
Yeah.
fun in these types of games. I need to facilitate that.
Yeah. Alright, 16 hit.
16 hits.
Cool.
20 damage, you drop him.
Hell yeah. And
Sneak, Frozen Edge, Sunrise. Yep.
in that case, I will use a minor action to disengage my way over here.
Okie poke. Kia!
Kia!
Okay. You fight the Twinklet. Well, it's just a girl. I guess it's not really a twink, but you know. They're still adjacent.
Twink, female side.
10 twink female. Oh, 10. On guard, villain. Alright, and the Abyss Hunters. Charge. This dude gets up. Oh, just barely. Fuck you! And we will try and punch a Cass. Fuck. Alright, and this guy. This is 18. And this dude is also going to jump Cass. Oh, 16. Enjoy. At least I'm pretty sure a 19 to hit hits the Cass.
Yeah.
And then this Cass goes. Let's see here. Ah! Shank! Just pulls out a fucking short sword. For the lady!
The lady!
For the darkness!
Boo! Lame! Gay! Cringe!
Cringe! My cult isn't cringe! Gah! Swish. Oh, fuck! You shouldn't have called him cringe. You take a
That's
crit.
the one next.
Oh, that's
That's
against
next
me?
to you, Savin.
Yep.
Oh, I am going to make him re-roll that, because that kills the twink. There, that misses.
Oh.
Heh.
I don't know.
Cringe! Cringe and lame!
Clearly, that's what your Twist of Fate vocal component was.
Small
Calling
PP
people
energy.
Calling him
cringe.
cringe. Just trying to destroy him.
Like, he
Looks like
destroyed
both castoids have 3 aside.
in a fight,
You've been
right?
in a fight, right? Ralu, you're up. You've been marked by some goon across the ways.
Ralu's just going to look down, sneer, and walk away.
Okay.
And then...
Damn it.
Yeah, he misses. And she's going to pull out a scroll of magic missile and fire at the guy that marked her.
That's so rude. Alright, don't forget to take up a Vit for using it.
Mm-hmm. And then I think that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1, 2, 3.
14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then where's my little... Oh, they don't have wings anymore on the...
Nope, just
Take
use an
one.
uppy arrow. Loam. An up arrow and a number for how many meters elevated you currently are.
I don't know how
Presumably
high
the
up
full
that is.
9. 9 is the height of these things. So
Oh,
if you
okay,
went,
yeah.
higher, then put a 0 on, but otherwise.
Nope, just flying straight across.
Okay. Alright, there is a full-on party being thrown by the looks of things now.
Yes, looks like it.
There is also a hungry tiger.
Right, the tiger.
The tiger! Tony, get over here!
I could try and unleash the tiger.
You should unleash the tiger.
Mm-hmm.
How does the the activities in the ring itself look? How are the folks in there looking?
They look like they're having a great time. They are improving their little hearts out and vamping things up, and the tiger looks like he just wants to bound over and play with the dog that ran by and the bear that rolled by.
Okay. Hang on a second. Does this do anything at a higher level? Oh, it does. Temporary hit
More temp
points.
HP, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess there's no reason not to.
Yeah, also, the shit counter should be up to 2 anyway.
Tiger!
Alrighty then. Tiger! You cast friendship!
It does have to say. It does get a save.
It's looking for an excuse. It chooses to fail.
Okay. Go.
Go, my son. Dual
Alrighty.
violence.
Did you upcast it?
I did.
Okay.
Well, if this event didn't cause PTSD in the children, I think that tiger mauling people might.
It's
Hey,
gonna be finally
Yeah,
fun.
whatever.
Listen, that happened to kids in circus all the time, alright? These kids need to learn.
Alright, it had to double move this turn.
Okay.
But, a spoiler, the tiger does 3d12.
Okay, I mean that's quite a bit. I don't have anything else to do, so I guess that's it.
Okie poke.
Hopefully that will pay
Nadia
off.
Is now torn between helping her pet twinkat, or continue to fucking stab this dickhead. I think she's gonna stab this dickhead first. He's clearly in charge.
Clearly, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Ooh, and crits him with her
Oh.
counter power.
Well, this dickhead's in for
Does
a
she-
bad time.
She has a chainsword?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't even enlarge it. You can just about barely see it.
Oh, look at that.
And yeah. Oh yeah, right. That's right. Her quote unquote encounter power costs a Vit to refill. She's gonna recharge it just straight away, I think. So that she could do it again next turn. Especially since that just dealt
34.
34 damage. And
Technically
bled him
40.
for 6. Sucks to suck for him.
Sure does.
Alright. And Distriker. I mean, gotta try and kill these fuckers. It's what you're here to do, my guy. That is another hit. Oof! Little outnumbered. Anai.
Okay. So question regarding these stands down here. Have they
Mhm.
like been vacated aside from like
Of
that
like of
combatants?
yes, yeah. They already had like a relatively wide berth around them in the first place. And yeah, they have since gotten out of the way of the show.
Okay, let's see here. Can I get there with the fireball? As 8. And fireball's
If you
range is
shift,
20.
I think you can.
If I shift, I will get 2 extra speed and give me 9. It'll be just enough. I hate shifting. And there's no Stacy around to help do brushies afterward. Fuck. Alright, minor action. Do a shift to get my speed up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that should put me in range, I believe. It does.
Shit,
So-
they still do tap HP?
Big old equation starts going. Oh, she couldn't hear me all the way back here.
No, look, Ralu said, Salamander, kill that fucker.
Oh,
She said it in a full shout, so she's like, no cussing, there are kids about the suka.
Alright. Let's light up the
The
show
irony.
Yeah.
then. And big old fireball will form up after doing a big old equation, and we're landing it right here and no damaging to these two. Thanks to
Excellent.
ability.
Oh, fuck, deck saves, they are not good at that.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
sure
rare
are.
I do strength skirmishes, but, but yeah. They sure. Oh! One
Yeah,
whole
there's-
save!
Okay, you know. Yeah.
Oh no, and the one save was on the guy who's already near death, half damage still killed him.
Hooray.
Shit.
Amazing.
23. 23. 11. Instead. 23. Kabresh! A great big showering explosion of sparks. Would you like to give me a performance test and try and make it look showy? Or Arcana, sorry, yeah, you can supplement it for Arcana.
Yeah. Do I the cost an action? Because I am out of
No, no.
actions.
No. It's just
Okay.
an extra thing you're doing.
How about a 26 for how showy that is?
Oh, absolutely. How do you make the fireball look in order to cover up the fact that you set fire to a bunch of dudes?
Let's see here. Let's do like extra big, like fanciful explosion of fireworks. So like it's one big firework that explodes into like hundreds of tinier fireworks.
Oh, with the little Twizzlers on them.
Yeah. They just like sort of fade out as they like fall down, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah, I get ya. Cass just like kicks this dude's body under the stairs as it starts to smolder. Masika.
All right. I can get to here. Okay.
Oh yeah. Galumph's an ally. You can indeed pass through his square.
Yeah, I figured as
You do
much.
get a face slobber.
Yeah.
Gonna help out.
She's a little too
Captain.
she's a little too focused on violence to
That's
really acknowledge it. Well, sword
Makes
staff
sense.
into that one dude.
Okie pokey.
Actually, it's the glaive, but I think it's same damage. Oh no, glaive is even
No,
more.
glaive is more because the sword staff can be one-handed, and the glaive is.
So let me re-roll that. Let me re-roll that that bottom die. Then
Yeah. Reroll the damage dice.
there we go. Oh, still 10. Cool.
Fair enough. All right, 15 damage. You're half his health.
And then let's do it again.
Oh shit! You do another 15. He's on 1 health.
Oh.
And cringe. All right, this captain at the start of his turn takes 6. Ow. Fuck, his powers are all ranged. The cop and oppie off this bitch. Gonna jump down here. Dex for the landing. Sorry, it's meant to be a +3 there. A 7, he is fine. Now for the oppie though. Is that gonna punish him? Oh god, yes it is. Hang in there, fuckboy. You have a job to do, and it's to kill at least one of these bitches. Let's go with Evoke Pain on the Cassoid.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, he picked a Cassoid. She takes no damage. Fuck.
Hey, you said no cussing.
I mean, he cusses. He's not. He doesn't care. He's not nice. Ah, this striker's gonna do something fucking nutty. Hey, Ralu. He leaps at you.
Okay.
And is going to try and drag you to the earth. A 22 to grapple you.
Oh,
That's not how grapple works.
That's not
How does the fucking
any of
grapple
this
work?
works.
He's got advantage against her on his attack.
He doesn't make an attack. She
Attack
makes a
slash
save.
maneuver. So her save would be disadvantaged in this instance.
Sure it
Why?
is.
Alright. Because you have the mark power on you from this fucking captain dude. So,
Mark
give
gives me disadvantage on
disadvantage.
saves too?
Well, it gives him advantage on his attacks, and you're defending yourself against it. So,
Well,
probably
that's not
disadvantage.
That's not how that works.
Is that not? I
No.
don't fucking know then. Okay.
Yeah, so Mark gives you disadvantage on her attack rolls unless... Wait, no.
No. This guy's ability, which is part of his Hunt the Marked, is he has advantage against creatures.
Well, he's
who
not
are
using
marked
that
from any
attack,
source.
is he?
You're right. He's not using that attack.
That doesn't matter. He's
So
just trying to
it's
grapple.
All right, then give me a normal strength save. I believe that is a success. It is. Curses.
I'll throw him to the ground.
Shit. Dragging you to the ground. Oh, come on, man. These fucking guys.
You know, for as much like jumping and falling as they do, they probably should have been like deck strikers.
Listen, they thought they had a really good idea.
They had a great idea until all of you happened to be here. All they had to do was kill 3 dudes. That would have been very easy for all of them.
I mean, they have dealt like over 100 damage to themselves jumping.
Sure,
Yeah,
but
well,
if they all went on to just these
That's
3
true, that's
targets, they
They
would
would
have
have all
been
been dead. Yeah.
They would have been
everyone every single one of them would be dead, but
Just like 30 pile drivers from above.
Yeah, really, it would have been just a brutal DFA string. And it would also have been from stealth, so it would all... It's like, some of them probably could have, like, you know, climbed down halfway and then got onto the stands and fucking actually sprung them. Yeah, it would have been very bad. But yeah, no, this guy fails his grapple and falls to the ground, and he falls to the ground very fucking hard, taking all of the damage. Roll me... Let's see here. That was a 9 fall.
But he
So
was thrown.
3d10, please. He was not really thrown down, no. 3d10. Ow. He does not have enough movement to stand up, so he's just prone in the boxes. Probably in a broken box that, and next to him is just another broken box in the exact shape of the last guy who fell through it.
Looney Tunes ass.
Yep. Alzali! He's just excited to take part.
Wow, he actually can take part too.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
shooketh. Actually, he should stay here. Nom 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 nom. No.
Yum, 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 yum,
Yeah,
yum.
I'm afraid 12 is a miss. There's a miss onto a fucking dodge. Mive.
Mive. Alright.
This is such a long run.
It is. That's okay, though. She's gonna move up here and throw a spear at this guy, threatening her husbando.
Which
Well,
one,
it's-
sorry, out of those?
The super injured one.
Okay.
It's fun to
Which
watch
I
her
guess
run all
actually
that
is this
way.
guy, because he's got like 1 hit point.
Yeah, he is on exactly 1 hit point.
Alright. We throw a spear at him. Yeet.
Oh no.
Reroll that so we don't shoot Cass in the asshole.
Or
Yeet.
hit the tiger and end its animal companionship.
That would be genuinely tragic. Actually, wait. We should hit this guy because I need to do Restoring Flames to heal Cass. So.
Wait. Huh?
Alright. I'm going after the guy. This guy
Okay.
here. I hit him.
Alright.
I do like 17 damage. And I heal Cass.
17 is enough to drop him.
Perfect.
Want to give me a religion test to fancy up her attack? Again, you're using more lethal magic on people. Probably want to gussy it up a bit.
Sure.
Or performance, if her performance is better than her religion.
They are the same. Wow.
Okay, not really able to fanciful it up.
Could Cass perhaps assist since the died like next to him?
If you spend your reaction, sure.
I think I already did, unfortunately.
And I'm afraid you cannot help.
Alas.
Yeah.
What did you spend your
Mive
reaction?
could cast. I use it on Twist of Fate to not get crit. Mive can guidance herself, though.
She can guidance herself.
Yeah, if you
There we go,
did
15.
twist of fate, remember to hand out that inspiration.
No, that's fine.
Alright, yeah. With a 15, I think she would make the Restoring Smite turn into a bright pink sunburst that, as it flickers away, looks like a face sticking out its tongue, like emoticon style. Clearly, because, you know, these guys are cringe. You gotta hit them with that,
Yeah, kids understand emoticons.
Alright, this Abyss Hunter is charged not to join the fray. Karin!
Yeah, it's me. Hooray. Now, can I get into a position where I can, for example... That just hit all 4, correct?
Pardon me, sorry?
A line like that should hit 4, correct?
Yes. Yes, it should.
That insert what did I walk of the March of the Gladiators, you know, like that
Yep.
one. And
Blast out
Hadouken.
a colourful Briar Hadouken bear.
yeah,
Alright, sure. Looks like I'm doing another 4 dex saves. Oh, God. I think it's dex against that, right? Or was it Wiz?
it text.
Dex, okay. Oh,
fail.
fuck! Roll that damage. I'm just gonna kill that guy. He was on 1, and kill this dude. He was on 5. 17 and 17, and Cass brackets female is going to spend a vitality +3.
Oh, well, wait. So it's. I haven't updated that one.
Oh, so
forever.
it's Vit +6, right?
It's Vit plus spells 9,
Oh, okay.
and then another. What's my 3, 12.
Sick. Alrighty. Tiff. Let's see here. It's kind of silly, but how about we load a flare into your crossbow and shoot it at the guy?
I've seen this in Jackie Chan movies. It's fine.
Thump! Scream! Then it pops, bursts. Colorful lights everywhere. Pradi la veille cotisane. Shoots the guy next to her Cass. Hit. And I think, is he even alive? No, he fucking kills him. And it does explode into a bright, colourful smattering of pink hearts spraying everywhere. And now for the lair. The crouches. Hey, Cass, have a d6.
Yay!
And it is your go.
My go. Alright. Time to stab the guy next to my doggo. Actually, wait. I don't provoke opportunity attacks, because I have, zoomies. So instead, I'm going to speed over here. So minor action to disengage, get a little bit more speed.
You're killing the only target I can reach. Fine.
What do you mean? There's a guy like
The only
right
part-
here.
There's a guy right here.
There's a guy, you just dunked this dude.
Yeah, this guy marked me though. That guy was threatening the cat, so in
Yeah, that's why I'm
order
gonna
of
go kill
priority,
him.
it's that one, and then these.
That's fine. I don't think it matters, does it?
Alright. Nope, sorry.
want
Must protect my booty call.
I've seen that art.
I know. So, Blade of the Rising Sun, 20 damage.
I would
20.
not call the twink you're protecting there a booty call at all.
Alright, I'm her booty call. Whatever, anyway.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright.
That's
Since
the
I have
kid in HSR.
Since I have a light weapon
This
in
is
hand,
not a child, though.
I have... No, that's not a light child. Cass has actually had sex with her before.
Yes,
Yeah.
we even have art of it.
Anyway, since I have a light weapon in one hand and my other hand is free, I will use it to make an unarmed attack on the Cass's ass.
Alright, that's fine. Your strength modifier is like a negative, so you can't really hurt her.
Yeah, it does no damage. It just makes that ass jiggle.
Alright, a fine clap, sir. Haha! Oh, fancy meeting all of you guys. Things were looking a little bit hairy, that's for sure.
Hey.
More goons. Brave stab. Uh-oh. Fumbles her shiny short sword.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whoopsie. You have... no,
All part of the act.
can't really use that to reroll. That's fine. Alright. Whiff. And now it's this dude who's suddenly fighting animals.
Rar.
Abinol.
Ugh. 16 damage on Alzali. He punches the dog like a real asshole. Ralu.
Yo, what a bitch.
Listen, I may be marked, but the Manticore special gives me advantage on a dive.
True. DFA is DFA.
I'm gonna dive on this guy. Wham right here. And 19.
All right, 19 is a hit.
And then,
7.
can I see this guy?
Yeah.
All right. This guy can take an oppie on me as I use my war magic to cast Arcane Blast at the other guy.
Okay, you take 17. He takes 10.
Well,
Oh no, if he
okay,
fails, he takes 10. Where are you at? Where have you got Captain Card? There you is. Ah! Oh hell yeah! Swish.
Still have not broke my temporary HP.
Loam. Would you like the tiger to go before or after you've acted?
You know what? Can go before me.
Okay. Let's try to eat a guy.
There's also a hungry tiger.
nearly kills him outright. Crump.
Holy.
It's just chaos.
That's just chaos.
All right, and now Loam.
Hey, that guy's within.
He
That
is
guy's
within 20.
Within 20.
He's within put out of misery range.
Put out of misery range. That's a good way
This
to think of
motherfucker
it.
is-
Galump is holding onto this dude's head with his mouth.
Well, steady my shot.
Good
Well,
thing
it's
you
not a
steadied
crit
your
fail.
shot so you don't hit Galump and end your animal companionship.
It's true.
And then you kill the guy. That is twice now that you've nearly hit and turned the tiger into an enemy.
Mm.
Any movement?
No, I'm quite comfortable up here on my perch.
Fair enough. All right, Nadia is
Far
going to
away
do
from everything.
the mighty leap.
From the
Attempts
other
to prone
side.
this fuck. And from the other side. Oh fuck, he is proned.
I think this guy's dead.
Oh, he is if I fucking roll really good d6s. No, never mind. Minus 17. He's gonna fucking live by 1 health when his health ticks down. He's at 7 right now.
Oh, so he gets one more turn.
He
Okay.
gets 1 more turn.
Actually, he
Owned.
might get 2 because if he has any like vitality or anything in second winding. Okay, let's see here. So you are 19 away. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that makes you 10 away. All right, get ready to jump. And flaming rings begin spinning all around the 2 casters here, and they'll just have to kind of leap as part of the show as they damage this guy.
Ah, very cunning. I dig it a lot.
Flame Best.
Dexterity. I don't know. It's kind of refreshing to have strength strikers that just like don't by default. Sorry, skirmishers that don't just by default have amazing dex saves all the goddamn time. Oh, you make it look so good.
Yep. All the rings come
Those
together at the
casters
end.
loop through hella rings.
Yep.
Masika.
All right. That guy is prone.
There is a guy prone over there.
Well, let's attack him with advantage.
Alrighty. Hit. 17. Hit. 11. 28. Nearly killed him. Alright, the captain. 1 hit point in a dream. Let's see here. Could spend a bit to heal. Probably should. I don't think that actually stops the bleeding from Nadia's power until they've received magical healing. Oh shit, yeah. Okay, so this
Yeah.
guy's second wins. He does not stop bleeding.
Yeah. And he has more HP though, so
Yeah, yeah.
might make him live a little longer, I guess.
Second wins and stands up. But that is not magical healing. He has not magically gotten better. Alright, the striker gets up and starts screaming in deep speech and trying to punch Masika in the dick. Oh god, right on the
Yeah.
fucking Tadger.
Rude.
You got the most unpleasant hand job ever. Welcome back. Ajali.
Oh, whoa. Let's see. Well, everyone around him is down, so let's go over here. For friendship and lunch.
Yeah, and stopping this guy from punching your friend in the dick. That is another hit. Owie.
Hell yeah.
Oh, pal. Mive.
My. Huff, 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 huff. Alright.
She did get punched in the dick, yes.
That guy over there.
Which guy, sorry? The weakened one between the two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeet.
That is a hit. 12 damage.
It is.
Anything else?
No one's super hurt, so no, I think we're good.
Okay. This hunter is going to double move over here. Karin.
Circus Afro, Circus Afro. Polka dot, polka dot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see. Who's super hurt? Nobody super hurt.
Nope.
Dog. Dog be hurt.
Yeah, Alzali's hurting.
Dog cannot be hurt. This is fun time for each and everyone. A flush healing of lighticus.
Back to full health he
Good.
goes.
Full health for Aljali.
Yeah, fucking winged little bears dance around them in like a religious spectacles of dust throwing out like little flowers.
Actually,
Very nice.
he's one of my summons.
And
so,
then,
sucks up one of mine.
and then what's it called? This fucker next to me.
Flash of Light doesn't suck up any of it.
Oh, that's right. That's flashlight. Knock your
Yeah,
wounds.
you don't lose anything.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Faithful Assault, was that on the guy next to Doggo? Or was that the
Yep.
guy next to you? Is Faithful Assault melee?
Yep. This is.
Yeah, it's a weapon attack. So it's, yeah, it's guy next to you. Right. Alright, he takes
Yep.
14 damage.
And the hilarity is that also. And that's onto the weapon ability, and that's a Squigonium mace in the face.
Bonk.
Gonk. Makes a really satisfying ringing noise. Okay. Tiff is going to run across the tightrope and let's see if she can finish off that guy who got hit over there. She loads the other flare. Twang! 13 is enough. Brady, let's try and clear off the one with Massacre and the... Oh, gosh.
Is she a human?
She is an elf. Well, she looks like an elf.
Ah, okay.
Masika, I am sorry, but I think I just hit you.
Oh, Okay.
But
Yeah.
technically, since she hit you, she can make a follow-up attack on that guy in front of you and still maybe kill him. Fuck. Those were some unfortunate rolls.
Well, at least you didn't crit fail again and blind you.
Yeah, you just double shoot Massacre and Blind her. That'd be fucked up.
Be real fucked.
Let's see here. Let us move the tiger over. Dun, 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 dun. Khassid. You now have a tiger helping.
Yay? Alright, presupposing
He's
that he is a
dancing
good
on a
boy.
circus ball as he comes up to bite this fucking asshole in front of you.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough, buddy. Alright, stab the guy between us.
Yeah, and more importantly, give you sneak attack. Unless you miss terribly.
Yeah, I mean, unless that happens, I don't think I have anything in the tank for that, so rip.
You
You
used a
do
twist of
have-
fate, so you have got one in the tank.
That's true, I did twist a fate. Thank you for reminding me. I will use that to not suck shit.
Yeah, Hedrah reminded you earlier, but you weren't listening.
That is fair.
Alright, 27 damage. Ow!
Pretty good hit.
That is a pretty good hit. He hates
He is
this.
within arm range. Now for the tiger. Watch.
Ugh, punches you fucking back, Cass. Crump.
Ow. Oh, you bitch.
And then this Cassoid. I mean, you can't just not blast the person your salamander friend is fighting. It could be a lot of damage. Charisma throw. Oh shit. Saves for half and no mobilize. So he takes 9, which still, brings him back down to like 20. And he is a no mobilize. Okay. Still, 9 damage. That striker is defeated. Ralu.
Oh, 20 on a 3
Razor
plus.
wings.
Nice.
How high am I compared to him?
To
Is he-
who is him?
Is he on the rafters or? Is
That
he-
guy is on the top level. He is
Oh,
probably
he's on the top level.
he's 7 meters up. So right now he's a 2-meter descent.
Okay.
Not really DFA for you.
Well, yeah, I was wondering because I am, what's it called? Wild shape, so I could go up.
Oh, you
2
could.
and
Yeah,
then
you
down.
could develop enough movement to do that. Sure, I'd
Let's
permit it.
see. All right, then I'm going to drop down on this guy. Whoop. And first one has advantage, second one does not. I will reroll that just because that was a 12 damage. Oh, didn't matter. And then action surge, whack, whack.
Hits. Oh, he's hanging in there, but that's not going to be enough. He'll bleed on his turn. Loam. Would you like to go before or after you?
No, the tiger did so well the first time, so...
Alright.
My god.
Drops him immediately to 0.
Can we keep him, guys?
Kalump
No,
already
we
works
can't
and lives
keep
here.
He already has
He
a
gra-
home. And it's
He grabs
great.
this dude and then just fucking flings him out there into the
I-
boxes.
I don't think we can kidnap the dancing tiger.
And he's so excited he uses his movement action to dance on the spot.
Yay! I'm
Yeah.
gonna study my aim and I'm gonna shoot at this guy down here, I guess.
Sure thing. Sure you wouldn't... I can... Oh, it's 20, yeah. So it's still a normal shot that
Normal
does
shot,
8.
yes.
And a normal shot that does 13.
Missing out on that crit, but oh well.
Nadja knows that fucko is dead, but can't run over to reach the others in time anyway. Does not have that much movement. So she just fucking conks him. Jesus Christ. Bram! And then kicks him off the edge. Into the boxes. She posts up for a fist bump with you, Ralu.
Oh, okay. Ralu will give her a fist bump with their shield hand after awkwardly shaking it out of where its grip.
Makes sense. You are now like halfway covered in blood because this weapon is messy. It just sort of like flicks that shit everywhere.
Ralu might be lawful good now, but lawful good doesn't mean lawful nice. She doesn't care.
That was lawfully badass.
Yeah. Listen, this is just how two warrior women greet each other.
Yep. Okay, that's her movement. Anai.
Yeah, let's try and finish off this guy using a set of beguiling strands to cause like those like a cartoon like birds to flap around and like make him fall out and pass out like in the crates behind him.
Oh, sure.
Let's see here, beguiling strands. I don't think an 11 or I don't think a 12 will hit.
No, although you do have a bardic d6 on you instead of the Belles.
Yeah, might as well. I'm not using it for anything else.
So it's 11 plus 1 again, so still a 12.
That'll fail sometime.
Yeah, it's a go like that.
Is why I don't use like attack spells. You know, I just gotta make them do save DCs.
I don't know. Last time you were doing attack, fucking your thunder claws were on point.
That's true.
Your crackling claws even. Masika.
Yep. Guy's still there.
Yeah.
Let's
He
let him
has,
not be.
against all odds, survived.
Yeah, I had a bad roll. Sorry.
He is made gone.
Yep.
Crump. And there's one dude left. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'll attack him to him too.
That's a miss.
I don't. Yeah, I guess so. All reckless.
Okay. That is a hit.
There we go.
He is dispatchoed.
Yeah.
Correct. And usually, you know, when combat is done, everything settles to a comfortable silence again. Instead, the crowd just fucking roars for the show. You can see that the entire time you've been basically getting running commentary from Havoc here, who has been just like fucking blasting lights around and calling out all of your moves. Very, very solid improv in his part. And then we'll call you up for a bow.
Yeah, of course we go and take it, sell off the performance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I'm
That's-
not sure if Ralu should. Manticores are kind of persona non grata.
You appear to have a spotlight on you too.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. And while you're all like standing in the spotlight and throwing everyone a nice, great big bow, there are tiefling attendants hurriedly dragging bodies out of the way.
Good. I was hopeful
Yes,
that
good,
they would be
good.
doing that, like while the spotlight's not on that.
Yeah. Castle
That,
Squeal. Give you plenty o head scriptures, Khassid.
Yay.
just rolling in on that ball there. Natural.
Oh hell yeah! You do your bow from on top of the ball.
Yep. I do the
Nice.
best, you know, the cute bear way when on top of the ball and just
Of course.
rolling in there.
The fucking Galumph rolls in, like next to you as well. So there are two huge animals on colourful balls. Vitorria's dream.
I was about to say it's already over.
The
Short
fight is
session.
certainly over. No. Session not over. I just dragged you over to the wrong one. And yeah. The Who Hunts the Abyss Hunters crew is here.
Well, they got almost hunted by the people they're
Yeah,
hunting.
they almost did get reverse hunter hunted.
Yeah.
Alright, if you give me a second, I'm just gonna quickly grab a drink.
Sure.
I got this this one drink that local brewery started pumping out, and it's called Lagunitas Punch. It's really good. It just tastes like if you liked fruit punch as a kid, it's just that.
Based.
You know what I fucking like?
Hmm.
Those fucking cheap ass icicles that had those plastic fucking edges and shit.
Otter Pops is what you're talking about, and yes, Otter Pops are delicious.
Yeah, they were like in those flat things that you had to get corners or
yeah.
I always
cut
cut
your
my
mouth.
fucking mouth like crazy
You
on
cut
those.
your mouth on that.
And yet
Yeah.
you didn't care. I still maintained the blue
Mhm.
flavor was the best.
Oh no, I loved red.
I don't know.
Red was my
I don't
favorite.
know. I was partially towards yellow. I
And
thought it was a little
Those, yeah,
fresher.
no, those were good.
And I would get it and I would put it out in the sun just for long enough to make it melt enough that I could crush it all up and make like a slushy out of it
Slushy,
before.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep, that is the
slushy.
correct way to consume an otter pop.
Otter pop?
Hang on. You'll get violent flashbacks to it when I show you what it looks like.
Freezies!
Yes. Yeah, in fact, they were called freezies here in the UK. I just know what
Oh,
an
okay.
otter pop is.
Yeah, no, those things cut
Otter
the
Pop is
shit out
bad.
of the sides of your mouth. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
It's just what the brand is, the most popular brand. Although we couldn't afford Otter Pops, we got off brands.
Those things cut your mouth. When I had them, like,
Yeah,
they never
you
cut
see
my
the
mouth.
you see the plastic
That
flaps
plastic
on
on the
them
side.
on the
Oh,
outsides
right,
of those.
yeah.
Yeah, those would like paper cut the sides of my mouth every time when I was a
Oh
kid.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I never had.
I
that
never had a
happen.
problem with that.
Yeah, no.
Some people just didn't. Yeah, no, my favorites were the
Built
red and the
different.
cola. The red one and the
Get good.
cola one.
It's not the fact that they cut. It's not the fact that they cut in the mouth that was the issue. It's the fact that for me it didn't hurt. So like,
Well, it doesn't hurt.
That's
It doesn't hurt for
strange,
us either until later when it starts healing up because you're eating a cold thing as well. So like you don't feel yourself get paper cut until you realize afterwards.
Mhm.
Oh shit! There's
Yeah.
blood in the corners of my mouth.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
later that it
so
would
I
hurt if
just-
you like yawn and then stretch those essentially
just-
paper cuts in the corners of your lips.
yeah, it just tasted like blood.
I'm the Jonkler.
I'm gonna have some little ice treat after the session now.
Yeah, casket tag.
I do have in my freezer, which is within a hand's reach now because I upgraded my mini fridge. There's a little
Nice.
freeze box.
Nice.
There's got some,
Hell
like,
yeah.
Italian ices in like my freezer right now. I think there's like a mango one. I don't have a
That's
mango one. I think.
Mango is always good. Yeah.
Salted caramel here and bladder. I don't think you guys. It's a flavor I don't think most people have, other than the Nordic. Elder, just elderflower.
Oh
Yes.
no. Yeah, elderflower ice cream, stuff like that. It's really good.
Yeah, elderflower and strawberries.
I always prefer
Wow, that sounds good.
elderflower and apple. Much tartar, more sour, kind of juicy. Regardless,
One that I see a lot is peach and elderflower.
regardless,
I don't like peaches.
Regardless, back to the game. Assuming everyone is here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cass will look over your party once you've all had a chance to scrub up and head up to the box. The circus will gradually wind down the show for the evening. But while that is happening, Cass will look to your group. Wow, fancy meeting you guys here. We thought you were all active in the east.
No, we made our way out this way. One of our friends is a little bit to the north, and we have to go get her back, or hopefully retrieve her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had a Washbros
Brienne.
lady with you. Yeah,
Brienne.
that was it, Brienne. I can't remember. Was it like a chivalric? It was kind of both, wasn't it? Like a chivalric northerner, a schnortherner.
Yeah, she was a schnortherner.
Right.
More civil Ricks than I think anything else.
Yeah, we're going to meet back up with her.
Ah, glad she's still alive and kicking. I know you guys were all worried about that kind of thing happening.
Yeah, I mean, it is her. All the memories went back to her.
I don't think they were with us when we found out that she was a homunculus.
A simulacrum. Same difference, basically,
Ah.
though, I suppose.
All the
The-
memories went back to the original, so we're going back to the original.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Where's that at?
Up near some ancient ruins of Valerisian origin.
Haven't been ruins hunting. I guess we could have, but we've been mostly going after cultists. Looked like they finally got tired of it. Maybe like 2 weeks back, we kind of kicked a building over.
I was about
Not
to
like
ask.
literally, we aren't that strong, but you know, we set fire to it at the least.
I was about to ask how they got in your tail.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When they're really good at finding us.
Did you
Right.
find any definitive plans of theirs that we might know in
Ralu
the
actually-
future?
Before, this is after, right? Ralu's going to try to search the leader to see if he was stupid enough to bring any of his like a journal with him.
Oh no! These guys haven't brought anything identifying on them.
Okay.
Find any definitive plans that we might be able to foil in the near future?
No, not for really any major point. They've basically been looking into tiefling targets to attack and get rid of, essentially. Anyone powerful. Very recently, though, they kind of got in a big scramble and kind of revealed themselves as a result. I hear it's because Valoris was empowered.
Yeah.
Good. More
Interesting.
eyes on these cultists, the better.
Yeah, I don't think that he was particularly pleased that there's just like a faction of outsiders specifically who really want to kill Valoris. Apparently that means he kind of hates all people floating a bunch of demonic blood in them, which counts most tieflings.
Well, that's lame.
Yeah, pretty lame. It could be worse. Like I said, at least we did some damage to him. Picked up a few new toys. I gave an artifact, of course, to the lady. Said she was going to go pick up something for us. Don't know what that is yet. I'm hoping it's a big magical sword, because I've been using this one for like ages. And she'll hold up her admittedly very shiny short sword.
Right.
Yeah, I finally got an upgrade to my mace. Just whole Satgonian mace.
Admittedly, we seem to find
Oh, sweet.
magical swords and melee weaponry all the time.
You want to hook a girl up?
Yeah, here.
That
Castle
helps
just
the
give
cast,
her
is-
Morgan's mace.
Ooh,
Just has an entire golf bag of them, essentially.
sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sunshine.
Hey, no problem.
Oh, dig the wings, by the way. When'd that happen?
Oh, yeah, we killed a vampire, and then I just stole his wings, I guess.
great. All right,
of
they haven't
several.
seen Ralu. They haven't seen Ralu and Cast with Wings yet.
I think probably they forgot that Ralu didn't have wings either. They were just like, yeah, there was a manticore. They only really saw you guys for 3 days? 2 days,
Yeah,
if even
if
that.
that.
Castle just pose up with his wings out next to Ralu, like, yeah.
It gives you a little
Yes.
applause.
One of several vampires we have since dispatched.
Yeah.
Nice. As long as they're vampires who deserve it.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
Good. Because there are some who, you know, instead they're just hungry and they're good-natured and they
Hungry.
mean well. They're just a little bit, yeah, they're kind of like hangry, but advanced hangry.
Yeah, no, we met a
Yes,
super
we
pretty
know.
vampire
We've-
lady. She's nice.
So we've met a
Sweet.
few like that.
Only met them? Sure, eyebrow wiggle.
Only met.
Yes,
She's
only
got
met
some
them.
twink-related trauma.
Twink trauma? How does that happen?
Apparently, there's like an evil twink vampire running around. Like, destroyed an ancient setting sun cult.
Oh, that's fucked up. And thanks for the warning, because I probably would have fallen into, I know me. I would have fallen into a twink vampire's trap. Or a trap vampire's twink.
As it were.
Hey, I could help you build
Cat's
up some
just
immunity.
I don't know. It wouldn't really be microdosing. It'd be like macrodosing.
Well, you never know until you try.
Besides, we don't have time for that today.
Are you already on the move?
And there's
I mean,
another
what-
thing in the town that it requires our, not exactly requires our attention, but that we plan to do tonight.
I mean, what time is it, Skow? What time did the thing start? How long did it
It's probably like 10 at night right now.
Oh,
which is
okay.
About perfect time for us to go and do it.
Ooh, by night, you say? Gonna break into a place, steal a bunch of things?
Not
Swap
so
out a
small.
lady's jewelry with fakes so that you can deliver them to the Thieves Guild for secrets?
No, we found
Not so
like a
much.
little underground or underwater place.
An underwater place? Oh, God,
You
I
have one of
never
those little
handled water
puzzle
particularly
boxes?
well. I mean, I love puzzle boxes, but I don't know what one you mean specifically.
Oh man! And Cass will take out the little like dungeon puzzle box and show her. We found these all over. Apparently, there's like a whole
Ooh.
network of hidden ancient dungeons around. You can only access by solving these puzzles.
Interesting. Can I give it a go?
Yeah.
Isn't this one we've already solved before? Or like,
Yeah.
No,
It's just fun to do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Tongue pokes out with concentration, starts to work it over. This feels like not the whole puzzle. Am I being pranked here?
No, you're correct.
You're not.
You have to have the other half at the dungeon door. And together they make a
Oh.
whole puzzle.
Oh, okay. So it's missing its top by the look of it. From its side. It turns the box over. Impossible to tell. It's missing a side.
Yes.
You can technically solve it, but it doesn't really do anything.
Right, got ya. So you plant this half of a thing in like a door, and you can then turn it and solve it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. Think you need a hand with it, or is this your adventure?
I mean, yeah.
It's our adventure. We're apparently fine with it.
Well, I mean, you've certainly proved you guys are full fine. We should probably look into making sure our tails are clean before we leave town.
Yes, I would very much recommend doing that.
Mm-hmm. Which is a shame. I'm sure I could have gotten a nice late night hotel room.
Well, Castle just like point towards that like bathhouse that the party went to earlier. If you take a room over there, when we're done down underwater.
Or if you
Nice.
wanted a safe haven, you could always take refuge on our ship.
Oh yeah, that's true. I found a box that has like a love hotel inside of it. It's the coolest thing.
I assume it is. I'm trying to wrap my mind around what that looks like. A box with a hotel in it? So like
Yeah.
a room?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm down. That sounds like fun.
Heck yeah.
Assuming you two are okay with it. She'll look to her lovely companions. Nadia shrugs and spreads her hands. I have long since grown used to watching you, canoodle. Not watching you canoodle, of course. I mean, be present when you are... Be nearby when you are canoodling.
When they're being
Vigorously
attacked.
protesting not being in the cuck chair.
Yes, I don't want to go into the cock chair.
Well, I can assure you we don't have one of those. At least I don't think we do, unless he's picked up one.
no, they just have a closet with, blinds that you can look through.
I have seen the kind, but it was called an assassin flap, not a hand job flap. Prawny will shrug. I certainly don't mind. It would be quite wonderful to take a little break. And the bath would be wonderful right now. We've been on the road so often, I'm sure I've got sand just about everywhere.
It does tend to do that.
It's so coarse and gritty and dry. And it always clings to me because I'm always so oiled up and lovely.
Oh, don't I know it?
Hey, too bad. Just shake it out of fur.
I imagine that would be quite wonderful, but furry is not necessarily the point of appeal I run. I like sinfully smooth and oiled and glistening. As she says that, like, there's this probably quite unconscious draw of attention as she starts saying words that are sexy, that, like, even her companions don't appear to be entirely immune to.
I
At
get
which
it.
point,
I understand it.
Nadia reaches over and pinches an ear to make her stop. Ah! Oh, sorry, happening again. And all at once, the temperature in the air just seems to settle out again.
It's fine. I understand it. Happens all the time.
I have no doubt. You're a very beautiful little fox. Although you definitely need to get yourself a nice hair trimming and probably some kind of a brush down. You're looking a bit scruffy.
Yes, I do need that. Unfortunately, to provide better aid to you all, had to tap into the more Wylder aspect of being a Wylder.
Ah, damn, I hate knowing that I'm responsible for someone ruining their due. Tell you what. If you'll join me at the bathhouse, I will tend to your hair when you are back. Make sure that you're given a proper go-over. Trust me when I say that I have plenty of practice in one of the world's finest salons. Or world's finest salons.
Very well, I'll hold you to it.
You can hear her, like, trying to enunciate the apostrophe. The world's is.
The world is.
Shredded squid.
Indeed. She's saying that she worked at the finest salon in probably multiple worlds, but she said worlds. You have to sort of, like, insinuate the additional apostrophe.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, no, I will just take it from the... What was it? The Denzel Washington and Bob Hostin movie, where he was going to a fine restaurant and the French accent that guy waiter was trying to say shredded squid.
Shred.
That's how Galen would pronounce
Yeah.
it.
Well, we best get on with
Yeah,
that.
just drunk.
We best get on with that and make sure it doesn't take up too much of the night then.
Yeah. And then Cass will rush up and make sure everyone gets a nice firm hand clasp. And thank you again for helping us. Seriously, we probably would, if not have died, have gotten very, very hurt. Not used to having anyone catch us out. It's most often the reverse. Kind of worried that they've been able to turn the tables on us now once. I'm hoping that that was a one-off.
Ah, absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have done the same for us if the situations were reversed.
Oh, of course. Probably screaming avant the whole while. Out of, like, cut down the trapeze and then swung in dramatically. I think that would have been my move of choice.
But yeah, check up on your trails and make sure that you cannot be caught by surprise again. Something like that
Absolutely.
in a public place would have been disastrous.
Alright. Well then, good luck with your dungeony thing. For us, business before pleasure as well then. Make sure that there aren't any more tails here. Besides our own fine ones.
Of course. And we'll catch up with you again here in a while.
God, that's such a young Denzel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's-
He's Denzel. I feel like in my brain, Denzel always looks like 60. I don't know why. He just permanently looks 60 in my brain.
Yeah, that's got like that, Jackie Chan era Eddie Murphy kind of look right there.
Yes,
The
I was going to
mustache.
say he is
Yeah,
like a handsome Eddie Murphy.
Wow,
Black
hey!
don't crack. Black don't crack.
Eddie Murphy's appeal wasn't handsome. I would call him adorable. Not to his face, of course, because I think he would be insulted. But I think he was cute more than he was handsome.
Okay, that's fair, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay, yeah. He was charming.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, charisma always goes a long way. Yeah, that aside, it is night, and you are able to slip into the waters. You have potions at the ready, although you could probably swim to the bottom holding your breath. Staying under there without particular lung capacity would prove somewhat difficult.
Indeed.
As you make your way down, you can see, similar to before, there is a circular indentation in the ground for a plinth to rise up out of.
Luckily, I've already solved this puzzle box, so I just plug her in.
Yeah, you plug the puzzle box in place, and you can see that the plinth, it doesn't automatically rise up like you've seen it do before. You're probably going to have to, lift it out of its standing point. It wasn't underwater to begin with. So would someone please give me an athletics test? This would be done at disadvantage. You are underwater.
I think it's Ralu.
Well,
I mean, you're the...
help you out.
Yeah, Ralu is the strongest, I guess. But Stray just got up, so...
Well, I'm not trained in athletics, is the thing.
Yeah.
I am trained in athletics. It's a
Give
4.
it a go.
Give it a go.
Well, I mean, Maiv's got a 5, so why don't you help her, I guess?
The DC is 18.
Guidance.
So close.
Yeah,
No,
guidance will
yeah,
get some-
fair enough.
Wait, how are we
All right.
casting guidance for underwater?
Yeah, you don't have vocal components.
That's true. Well, I guess she just eats it then.
You had a bardic. You had a bardic.
She
You're
didn't
right.
go
I can
bardic.
I can cast Bardic Inspiration on Maiv, I guess, while she's struggling.
Yeah, that doesn't use like any
I-
verbal thing.
Yeah, if there's no verbal
I think
component, then
it's-
yeah.
I don't
Technically,
think
Can
there's
I can't
I feel like
enact
you had to
some-
preemptively put it on her, didn't you?
that is true.
I can't enact someone I'm helping out, right?
No,
Nah.
It has to be me
No.
making the check. Okay.
it is true. So yeah, I guess she just fails. What now, GM?
Yeah, Maiv fails. So Maiv and Loam fail to lift the plinth out while it is underwater and physically exert themselves. Let us see. Yeah, you can give it a go in a moment. They're kind of like crowding the space at this particular second. Let's see here. Give me Constitution saving throws, please. From Loam
Okay.
and Maiv.
Oh no.
Oh, Maiv.
Ooh! Maiv throws her back out.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, honey.
She is going to be slowed until the next long rest.
Oh no. Welp. That's unfortunate.
It is
Yeah.
unfortunate. Alright, Ralu. This plinth with the puzzle box set in it is underwater. It is very heavy to pull it up and slot it into place.
Runes don't require verbal components, right, Savin?
They do.
It
They
doesn't
are
say
spells.
anything. Oh.
The spell has to very
Fine.
specifically say that it does not have verbal components to not have verbal components. So no, my
Well,
for once
give
you
us
guys get to taste some momentary failure, and that's okay.
Well,
I don't
I
like
have an
this.
idea. If
Is a 20 enough?
A 20 is enough to pull it free. My failed by a whole 1. It was DC 18. Yes, you cannot cast guidance. You are underwater. Could not bardic. You didn't pre-put it on her.
If all poor Maeve, if only she had 2 spouses to help her with that back.
No, that back's already blown out. I don't think that you should try and do a sex to her while she is.
Oh, that's not how that
crippled.
works. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, no more back shots on her for today, okay?
That's not what I meant.
It's like that time in
Not too bad. I was
Mercenaries
thinking.
where the Snippy's character and the crippled Tau battlesuit commander, both 2 gimps just grinding on each other and threw both their backs out with crit fails. Just sat there
Nice.
paralyzed for the rest of the night. Yeah,
Just pinched a nerve, drooling.
yeah. Alright, maybe it's time for us to just go back up to the surf.
She probably needs help swimming back up to the surface where they're thrown back.
Oh,
She could make it, but it would be very painful going.
yeah, I'll...
Yes.
No, she's gonna get carried back up to the surface by Cass and Ralu.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good. And yeah, wincing,
Yeah,
she
Wayne's
will sit on the water's edge next to Alzali, who is helping to play watchdog, as it were. I'm pretty sure that faithful hounds are good watchdogs. It's kind of their deal.
I mean, you say that, but
sounds right.
not particularly.
Is that not an effect that spell has? The
I
faithful companion or
mean,
whatever it is.
that's not what the stat block is either.
I can't remember what his stat block was.
Wow.
I suppose
I think he's the bestial spirit from like the level 2
That's right.
summon.
Yes, that's right. He's a spirit summon. Never mind. Yes, he's a bestial spirit.
I will
He's the faithful protector. That's right.
I will tell Maeve that when we get back, I have that ingot of a meltable ice. We can wrap it around in some cloth, and she can lay on it.
That would be wonderful. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Shit happens.
I'm not used to lifting stuff underwater.
Yeah, very few people are, to be honest.
True.
We'll be right back.
Alright, I mean, I'll still dive in if it looks like trouble, but I'll wait up here otherwise. Ow.
It's okay.
I can feel it in my wagger. The one on the back, not the...
Just
Yeah,
find a position that's the least painful to lie in. Me and Cass will work on that with you later.
There's no way she wasn't going to make at least a small dick joke before you left again.
but Maeve only makes big dick jokes.
It's true.
Yeah.
Her schlong is
Her comfortable lying down position is on her back, but hugging her knees to keep everything, like, bowed up and in.
huge.
Ugh. And just go find a
Yeah.
wall
I
to
don't
brace
think
your
I've
feet on.
Yeah, I've never thrown out my back, but I have thrown out my neck before, and it's just the only position I could find that was comfortable for like hours was just putting my chin on my right shoulder and just staying there.
I could do
Yeah,
a medicine
yeah.
check on her.
I lied in that sort of position, Scott, when I had my
do?
first kidney stone, except for like sideways.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to be on your back for that position
Yeah,
with
no,
the
no,
kidney
it's-
stone.
it's-
That's
Well,
not fun.
let me tell you, there's no good position for it.
No, you're fair.
It attacks you from all angles.
No, there is a whole bunch of
Yeah.
wincing and complaining on Maeve's part. She's just gonna need rest and a cold compress for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, it doesn't look like she's done permanent damage. She isn't trapped to like a nerve really hard. She's just pulled something very unpleasant.
She hasn't guard
Just
hurted
gonna
herself.
have to sit.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to take it easy for a bit there.
Yeah, will do. Alright, good luck, guys. And yeah, you can go back under and swim to the plinth. And now that it's up and in position, you can actually manipulate the puzzle and solve it again. I
I
will
thought
ask for a
doing that.
test, if only because you may have done it before and it may be easier now. You are, as aforementioned, underwater. So give me a
Alright.
sleight of hand or an investigation test, please.
Time for
I'll
Cass to
probably play
throw
with
his
it while they
brain
get
out.
when they got Maeve up there. That way.
Oh, yeah. You can have been working on it first. They might come back to find you've solved it if you want to give me the investigate or
I will be right
sleight
back.
of hand
sure.
first.
19.
A 19 is enough. So yeah, by the time the rest of the party returns to underwater, where Anai is, you can see that she has got this thing solved. Or more correctly, you've got it on the cusp of being solved. Or would you have like actually triggered and opened, air quotes, opened this door before people had arrived?
I'd probably hold off on that, given like the last time the door opened, and then I don't want to just like immediately, possibly suck in things with it. Don't know
Yeah, you
exactly
don't
what will
get
happen.
whooped. Fair enough. And yeah, when you've all arrived, you can essentially just drop the puzzle into place. There is a grinding sound, long, slow, and reverberous. It grinds in a kind of way that you can all feel in your bodies, like you're standing next to a particularly powerful set of speakers. There's like that subwoofer thrum that's just like in the pit of your stomach. And as that grinding occurs, a disc opens up beneath you. Kind of hard to see beneath like the naturally settled sand and silt of this oasis. It's quite a thick layer, but beneath it there is a perfect like pale membrane. Oh, poor, brutal. Yeah, appears to be some kind of membrane preventing water from pouring in or dirt from falling through.
All right. Well, that's where we gotta go. So we should try and go through it.
Yep.
Yeah, there appears to be ghostly black darkness awaiting.
Ralu will go first as usual.
Right. Now, this is a hole in the ground. How do you enter it? Are you going head first, foot first?
Head first.
Right.
I'll go feet
even
first.
Yeah, well, even if she tumbles in, she does have, well, not only does she have wings, but she also has like athletics stuff, so it should be
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, I don't know that your wings would necessarily help because you're soaked. They wouldn't really do you much favor in balance because they're way heavier right now than they should be.
What? They're leather wings. They don't get
They are
waterlogged.
leather wings, but you're literally carrying water on your body. It'd be fine after a few moments, but like that initial balance, you go, just water everywhere. But yeah, as you go in head first, you are fine. You find yourself essentially doing a like a half step tuck and roll as what had been, like swimming down into something becomes sideways. And behind you is a Stargate looking membranous structure.
All right. Then what's right directly behind me? Is it still the membrane?
The membrane, yeah, you can see Anai is coming through at feet first. So yeah, what you do see is fox feet.
Oh, okay.
Don't
I
look at my
guess
the toes are
Yeah,
attractive.
the grippers are out.
Yeah, I guess I'll move out of the way. I was going to push my hand through and give a thumbs up, but
Yep. Anai's feet slip through, and then you can, from where you are, Ralu, you can actually now see it with momentum, like draw her the rest of the way through. I'm going to need a dex from you because you're going to arrive arse first through this portal otherwise.
All right. A deck save.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
you
it's
nail it.
perfectly fine.
You nail it. Not a problem at all.
Anai's used to going through things ass first. It's fine.
I'm just used to deck saves. I don't fail them anymore, Otherwise, like this thing goes, or like the piercing makes the thing grow bigger.
Yep. And yeah, the rest of the party see both of you make your entries, and now it looks, to everyone looking through this membrane at Anai and Ralu, they both look like they're standing planking. They can see the perspective of this shadowy depth as that they will arrive in sideways and make their approach a little bit more safely. So no need for tests to be performed as you all pass through the sodden membrane into cool, crisp, dry air. There is a soft echo of various footprints and clickety clackers of claws or toenails or booted feet. And you see that you are inside a large cube. This room is an artistically arranged selection of silvery blue gears and a number of engravings set in solid marble walls in the shape of pentagrams. Although it is difficult to make out like the darkest corners of this room you're in, you are pretty certain that it is a completely equal-sided, full-on cube. No rhomboid, cuboid shit happening here. And you get the sneaking suspicion that there are other cubes attached to this room, judging by the identical shapes of doors up ahead of you.
Should we be on another map?
Nope. Mostly because I have no way to represent how this looks in its entirety. I would like everyone to give me a perception test, please.
A squinty test.
A squint.
Ah,
I clicked
I
the button. It's
supplicant
not. Okay, there
that
we go.
perception was like Arcana to decipher like the pentagram
No,
stuff.
this
or...
is you spotting things quite literally.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the room as a test. It's just whether you see something or not. Okay. The DC is... It is 18 for this place. Let's see here. Okay. Cass, you've got a crit, so I will let you act first as I describe this. You can choose to interrupt me at any point in my description. While you are looking around this room and inspecting the doors up ahead, everything seems right now to be quite empty. And these walls with their silvery blue gears are stationary. None of them are rotating or moving. However, you begin to get the impression that there is something turning inside the walls. Other gears that you can't see are currently clicking along, and there are shapes built into them, like protrusions perhaps, and some of them are moving quite close to the edge of the wall. These protrusions are maybe hollow tubes, perhaps being carried on the ends of gears. Maybe they would click and slot into place. No reason for them to be hollow, though. As they finally click into place, the gears and the walls begin
Oh
to
god, I was muted.
join the one.
You say they look
Yeah.
hollow or not?
The pins in the gears behind look to be hollow.
Okay, I'm gonna try and block
you-
them from clicking into place. Guys, something's
Sure.
happening behind
So
the
if you
walls.
were- Yeah, so if you were to imagine that there is a normal gear doing its gear thing, blah blah blah. Behind it is a second gear that's like rotating into place, and at the edge of each of their spurs are pipes that stick out. And they are sliding forwards towards the frontmost gear, where they will lock into place and begin rotating this big external wall.
Yeah, I want to stop that from happening.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand test. And Masika, with your perception as well, you are able to act at the exact same time.
Let's see. I'm not sure what I can do that Cass isn't already.
Okay,
You could.
that's fine. You can just be
I mean,
ready.
is there more than one
Yeah.
of these things?
Oh, the whole wall is made of gears. Many, many gears and pentagram engravings.
Let me tell you about my sleight of hand, though.
I mean,
You
you
just
probably
shove
don't
your
have to
weapon
use
in
sleight
there.
of hand. You can use like
I
athletics or
could.
something to like stop it from going in and like to hold it out or try to pull it out.
I suppose I could. I could athletics with jamming my weapon in there. It is magic. It's probably not going to be damaged.
Okay. Yeah, give me athletics.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Cass, as you move up to interrupt the mechanisms here that are trying to slot into place, you can see that this is a maneuver doomed to failure. Like, these gears are massive, and they are in motion, and they are all swinging towards the wall with a nearly impossible weight. However, with a check that high, and the knowledge that these pins that are supposed to lock into them are hollow, they look like traps, like something should be shot from these tubes, and so you attempt to disarm one as it is rotating towards you.
Yeah. Basically. I expect like something's gonna start shooting out of these things. So if possible, I'd like to create a dead zone that we can all just scrunch into.
Yeah, that sounds reasonably fair. And for the one that you're quote unquote disarming, how are you going to try and stop these pins? Are you going to block them? Are you going to try and redirect them?
Yeah. Well, which would be more expedient? If they're like sort of on some kind of gimbal I can move, I could redirect them, but otherwise it's probably just like stop the gears from grinding in. I have a bunch of magic shurikens I can just jam in there just to block the gears.
Yeah, give me for like gear work and stuff. I suppose it'd be an intelligence test if you aren't particularly trained with clockworks.
Alright, well I got thieves tools trained. Could I maybe do that with
You do
intelligence?
have thieves tools trained. Yeah, I'll let you do thieves with intelligence.
Alright. Hold on, I have a cat sock.
You do have a cat sock. All right. So as you are trying to stop all of these pins from clicking into place, you're pretty sure that you could bend them.
Oh, perfect.
Not particularly far, but you can put an arc on them. And if they're expected to shoot, if you put an arc on them and then are on the opposite side of the room, then just a small bend is a pretty drastic shot
Yeah.
away if
Pay
you're on the
dividends.
opposite side of the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you only need to like push them hard enough to crank them like a centimeter at most.
Yeah, this is where I bring in Masika and Ralu and be like, yo, girls, come on, help, 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 help. Bend things.
Yep.
Yep.
Just give them all a hammer. Just try and kunk, knock them all up.
Ralu does not know what's happening, but alright.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have magical smith's tools, by the way.
Yeah, that's nice. It's still just hitting a thing with a hammer, but you know your hammer's magic. That's cool.
Yeah, but it means that it's not gonna shatter.
Very true.
Sorry.
And yeah, as you bend these pins, there is going to be a point where you have to get away from them because, you know, bending them a few centimeters is great, but you're stood next to them. That's still going to shoot right into you. You need to get on the other side of the wall. The question is, how much work can you get done before trying to make this dead zone? So let's go with
Athletics?
athletics from everyone who is trying to bend these pins aside.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Hang
Alright.
on. Can I minor action cast Rune of Jotun Strength?
It's a minor action. Yeah, I'll permit it.
Okay. So there's going to be a +2 to this. 25.
Wow, 25, yeah. All right, you can get quite a large dead zone belt cast. However, not much luck.
Yeah, I think
Do
I'm
you
gonna have
want
to
my
just stick with the
inspo?
like jam them.
Do you want my info or no? You could
No,
try
I have
for
a negative
higher.
1. It's not really going anywhere.
I know. I was just offering.
Yeah, you can put a guidance on Massacre if you'd like to. It's a skill test, Karin. Roll her a d4. Right, 19.
19
It's fine. The baseline DC is 18. You have taken her over it. Excellent. Okay.
Thank you.
You bend the pins aside for... you're basically doing as much as you can, but then you are but seconds away from these two layers of gears colliding and clicking into place and beginning their motion in full, and you're forced to run to the other side of the room. And then a laser grid begins to open up in front of you. As all of these pipes don't so much shoot something as they endlessly beam red-hot light that is now zipping around the room in seemingly random patterns as the gears begin to turn, especially now that these pins have been bent in so many obscure directions outwards. They're all making a little cone of death that's turning around all of you that you have now inadvertently put yourselves inside. At the same time as this occurring, you can see a door open up in one of these identical cube walls, one of the ones not splaying lasers at you. But can you get there through the lasers?
Yeah. Can I make like an intelligence roll or like would it be Would it be
You can use
Arcana?
you can use intelligence to try and like track to keep like a time.
Yeah.
All assist.
I mean, this seems like it'd be easier for you because you have Misty Step.
I mean, it will be, but like the rest of you
Getting the
don't have
timing for
Misty
everyone
Step.
would getting the timing for everyone would probably be a good idea.
So would it just be an intelligence roll? Like, would it be some sort of actual skill for it?
It
Or...
would be I think intelligence, just raw dog.
Okay.
Everyone is welcome to make this roll. As you're all now starting to count like
15.
cycles. 15 is not high enough to get a good idea of it.
Yeesh.
All right. Well,
Thankfully, you're not being rushed because your efforts to bend these pipes out of
Nice.
the way has put you all in this like temporary laser cone. Woof.
Raw Billy checks are a bit of a rough one.
They are meant to be hard ones.
I'll spend inspo. I'll try. Nope.
Nope. Okay, no,
Still
you do not have
58,
a good.
thankfully.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, still 50.
All right, none of you have a good idea on the timing of these lasers. Instead, it's going to be down to raw speed of athletics or dexterity of acrobatics to get through, cat burglar style.
I think I've done this before. I think.
You have done a laser walk before. It's not been like in constant spinning motion, but you know, you've made it through a laser puzzle. Surely the lasers being in motion doesn't make them that much harder.
Will I need either if I Misty Step?
You can Misty Step right through, yeah. No, you can cross that distance with a Misty Step.
Okay.
I will
Ralu
do
just
that.
fucking hunches up, digs her paws into the ground, and boosh!
Damn.
Clenches up, tries to get as tight and small as possible. A few lasers bounce off of you in, like, just not very harmful places. A little bit of singed fur, a ding off of your helmet. Nothing serious, thankfully. You don't get hit bodily.
Burning first smells gross.
It does smell gross, but it is better than burning flesh.
Burning
But
flesh smells
I-
even
Well, no,
worse.
burning
Have you
flesh
ever-
smells much better, but you get what I mean.
Have you ever had?
Yeah.
I once had surgery where they lasered up my gums. I could not get that smell out of my nostrils for weeks.
I'm familiar.
Could I perhaps use an adventurer's kit to take out some mirrors and try and like sleight of hand my way through by just blocking where the light's coming from?
Just become a light show.
Yeah, just disco
Um,
ball myself.
The DC for that is higher than the athletics and acrobatics, and
I
I'm
mean-
pretty sure that the consequence. I mean, it could very well be worth it. The consequences of failure are pretty dire though, because you're essentially on purpose interceding these lasers.
Yeah, well, I mean, my sleight of hand is 5 points higher than my acrobatics, which is 6 points higher than my athletics. So, like, I feel like that's
Your
probably
choice.
worth it.
You can certainly give like mirror lasering a go.
Yeah,
I
all
was
right.
gonna say like the DC for that is higher, but
Is
if your
it
check
5
higher-
points higher?
Okay.
If those hold up, if those are 18s, I think doing the mirror trick would just be 20s.
Okay, then yeah, they should obviously do
Okay.
that.
I
All right.
will do this before you
Oh, yeah,
start
hold up.
being psychotic. I
Yeah,
will cast a single spell,
It's not psychotic.
which is Divine Inspiration.
I do appreciate
That
that.
is a good plan. Yeah, that is a good choice.
That gives everyone inspiration.
All right,
Good choice.
and then yeah,
Okay.
didn't need it. Disco
Wow.
ball.
Okay, hold up a second.
I put what you're doing in VCT.
Okay, so, Cass. You are so successful with this laser mirroring. You are able to probably stay in the middle of the room and create a relatively safe pathway through your friends.
Hell yes. Come on, guys. Everyone get in on the show. What you mean, move?
Yep. Alright. Everyone's DC just got reduced. You may continue making your acrobatics or athletics. The DC has gone from 18 to 13. All right, Masika makes it a nice easy charge. Karin makes it as well. I need Loam, and I can do one for Tiff.
Sorry, what?
Athletics or acrobatics to get through the lasers. The DC has
Can
been
I
dropped
gain
to
a bonus? Can I gain a bonus for using Zephyr Stride to go faster?
13. Yeah. Totally, I'll give you advantage.
All right, I'm gonna zip.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
You're off by 1. That is thankfully guidanceable.
Show up.
All right. Looks like you all make it through the first room unlasered. Congratulations.
Good.
This, I'm not gonna lie, that this all sounded very much like the Cube.
Well, it's the Resident Evil, like,
What? This cube that you're in, I described as having identical doors to
Yeah.
likely other cubes. Sounds like the Cube movie Cube. Nah.
Yes, but here's the thing.
I didn't get any
I said-
inspiration from the Cube.
I
Okay, you
did
can
say
keep your
I
that.
got here when I started to hear all these gears
Mm-hmm.
and pipes starting when I got back.
Yep. Yes, you
I did.
are. Yeah, right.
My immediate mental was the Resident Evil movie.
yeah, I
Nope.
went Resident Evil movie. Where
You
the
guys have clearly
lasers
not
zoom.
seen the Cube movie.
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's
that's a
like the
shame.
first one is good. It's got 3 movies. It's wild.
Wait, they made more than
The
one?
guys who,
Three.
yeah, there are many Cube movies by the same guys. At one point, there is like
They made
Cube
more than
fucking
one?
that transcends time, which is really weird.
Whoa.
only made
Okay.
Transcend-
They,
Whoa,
they are,
whoa,
the peop-
whoa,
there are
whoa.
people who have sex in the cube and it goes on forever until they become skeletons.
What?
I don't know how or what. Like,
No,
it
no,
gets
no, no,
really
no.
art house.
There's the Cube
is it-
and then
is
there's
there
the Cube
just the
2. They
one?
did the third?
Yeah, I believe they called it Hypercube. I can't remember.
No, that's
I know
number
that
two.
I definitely watched the Cube
Sequel
trilogy.
Cube to Hypercube.
There is a Cube 3 or a third Cube movie made by the guys who did Cubes 1 and 2. And I believe it was an art house piece because it came in a box set.
Of course.
Cube 0.
That's probably it. Yeah, there you go. Here's a description of the room again.
This is the third installment of the Cube series and is a prequel to the first film.
Sounds about right. Yeah, it's Cube. The Cube.
With a name like Zero, I'd hope so.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Anyway, stepping away from the Cube movie and into the cube that you currently find yourselves, as you make it into the next room, you can see that at the very center of this room is a box. It looks to be made of bluey silver, the same amount, the same tint and hue as the gears before you. It is sort of like mounted into the ground like a structure in and of itself. It looks solid. You don't see any seams apart from where a lid should be. There is a seam there. The hinges are invisible, and they're presumably internal to this chest.
Okay. Is there any writing in the room or like on the box itself before we get to it, or?
You see no writing on the box. The room still has the same like gears and pentagrams deal, although there are no hollow pins sticking out of any of the gears here to shoot lasers at you.
Well, maybe there's some traps on the way to it.
Could be.
I take a piece of jerky in my mage hand and rub it on the chest. Hey, Mimic. Now tell us if you are. It's the law.
You rub jerky on the chest and leaves a greasy smear on it, but nothing happens.
So, are there also gears in this room like starting to click like there were in the previous?
Oh no,
or-
the gears are in place now. They are in
They're in
clicked
place.
and in rotation.
Okay.
They are in action. Both the layers
Okay.
have now sandwiched everywhere throughout this cube and its adjacent cubes.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
that there are no hollow pins attached to this that have been pressed into place and activating lasers.
Okay. So, floor-wise, is it
Mhm.
like one solid like piece, or is it like tiled, or?
It is a solid piece with a circle set in it, and then another follow-up circle. If you were to imagine, it would be like that. like that.
And the box is like in the center of it.
Yep.
Okay. Can we perception check the floor, see if it's like any sort of that, like if you step on it, like it'll indent and do stuff type thing, like it's like the actual mechanism, or
It's more the realm of investigate.
okay. But can we do those checks? Is that
You can
fine?
certainly investigate.
All right?
Yeah, check the traps and shit.
26.
Yep. You detect no traps. There is a like defined depth to this outermost ring. Like it's a little bit more sunken in, just in setting compared to the outside edges in the central portion of the room. But that might be just an artistic decision.
Okay. The rings itself seem fine. Whatever's in this room is only dealt with the box, it would look like.
Alrighty. Tiff will put up hand. Well, go first if you want. Worst comes to worst, I've got a good quick flap on me.
I would suggest Cass. He can hover.
That is true. Hovering is cheating.
Cass just like pokes one of his wings. Like, what?
I don't hover, I fly.
I guess. Okay.
If it was,
Then I do at some point have to touch the ground, but I guess you could just float over to the chest. I'll be nearby if you want me, though.
unlike the
Yeah.
two of us, you can just hover in the air. You don't actually have to move your wings because you cheat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Just be ready to, like, tackle me away from this thing if something horrible happens.
I'm going to wrap a rope around your waist and just pull you away.
I really should have
Clever.
asked him the fly spell at some point.
Flying is
Well-
awesome.
Probably will use an adventurer's kit to tie a rope around his waist.
Sounds good.
Alright.
And you know what? Tiff will grab onto it as well, just so that you have assistance to pulling, if need be. And yeah, you can approach. Give me an investigate if you would like.
Sure. Alright. Catsock. Well, I'll go
Does
ahead
not
and expert
appear-
smack
Okay.
it. 19.
That was a good extra snack.
Yeah, pretty good.
There appears to be a second latch on this chest. Where traditionally you would, put your hand into the obvious opening seam to lift the lid up, you think that is a false seam that will make something happen. There is a hidden push-in flap instead that you can use to lift the chest's lid up.
Sorry, what?
There is a false handle hiding on this chest to lift the lid up.
Ah, okay. That sounds like it's gonna be trapped as fuck.
So it's like that, and it looks like you grab the chest from the normal part here in this obvious lid.
Yeah.
But you can see a seam where there is a fake handle here that you could grab onto instead, just hidden into the surface of the chest.
Alright. And how big is this chest?
About a 2 meters rectangle, long ways. About
It's quite
3/4
large.
meters. Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Big chest.
Alright, so I probably can't open it with Mage Hand. The top part's probably
No,
quite
it's
heavy.
definitely too heavy for that.
Alright, I will examine the false handle, make sure it's not trapped, and if it isn't, then yeah, let's just... Actually, I will
Yeah, I'm
point
pretty
it
sure
out
that-
to Ralu and have her just sweep across and try and pull it open.
Yeah. You're pretty sure that this, the obvious opening for this chest is dangerous, and you should be lifting it from the from the hidden handle.
Yeah. Okay.
The chest is a perfect seam with no obvious entry mechanism, so it's impossible to tell what the trap is, but it's clear it's on some kind of tension or pressure.
Alright, so what does he want me to do?
Lifted up by the fake handle.
Yeah, lifted by the fake handle. I was just doing it from like this way,
You
so
mean
you weren't.
hidden handle? This would the
Sorry,
Yeah,
hidden
sorry,
handle,
from
right,
from the
yes.
hidden handle.
You're
Like
I
threw
will
me
lift
off
up
there.
I will lift up the fake handle and set off this trap for all of us.
yeah, I was so thrown off there. Yes.
sorry.
you
I
can lift
thought you had been calling it like the fake handle for some reason.
No, fake one's the middle. Hidden one is the.
yeah, I would
one
suggest
at the top,
standing
which you
on
should
this
grab.
side and like pulling it up from behind,
Pulling
just so it's
backward?
not facing you.
Is it nestled against the wall or in the center?
It's
of
in
the
the
room?
very center of the room.
Oh, okay. I will do that then.
Okie dokie. And yeah, you are able to do so. No trap comes out and gets you. The lid is honestly quite easy to open, considering like the fucking rotation points all the way up there instead. It's a lot easier to turn it than you would expect, and it leaves behind a big chunk of metal. On the inside, you can see there's some kind of spring-loaded mechanism. Pretty sure if you'd lift it, it would make something horrible happen. But you can see the contents for all of their worth. A very large golden ring. It looks to be... maybe about 1 meter wide, this big thick ring. It's 1 meter wide and about 1 inch thick, and appears to be made of solid gold with a number of sigils and runes inscribed into its length and around, as though it were a wearable ring of some tremendous, impossible giant.
I'll
So
wave
wearable
over.
girdle, you say?
You're not 1 meter wide.
Yeah, we're
At least I hope not.
Most of us aren't a
So-
meter wide.
None of us are 1 meter wide. That's
I
a
don't
Has
know
yard.
a
that-
fat ass,
yeah.
however. No.
Anyways.
Karin at full bulk might be, and Masika when she's
Masika
raging.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
when she's big. But
So you want
either
us to
way,
examine the possible
gonna
magic
wave-
ring here?
yeah, gonna wave Anai over and then ask Cass to help her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume you want an
28.
Arcana for this.
yeah,
Yeah,
Arcana is
I'm
totally valid.
yeah, I'm doing identify. So 28 for me, 23 for Anai.
Yeah.
Okay. Between
Wait, so
the
you have
two
the
of
same
you,
Arcana as me.
it is also Ralu's specialty is just exclusively Arcana.
I spent a long time expertising Arcana. Remember, Ralu's pretty smart. Ralu has a
Got that
16
brain.
intelligence.
This thick golden ring appears to be made for summonings and bindings made from the elemental plane. In particular, the two of you with your various histories behind you recognize this as one of the mechanisms used for very early sand ships.
Oh.
As in, you would put this ring like on or around a mast and either fill a sail with air or allow a ship to glide on Earth.
Yeah, bind an earth spirit to make it go, or bind like a
Mhm.
wind spirit to blow it.
Correct.
Okay.
So we just got a gift for I almost
For
called
luck?
her Sprout. Luck.
I mean,
You're gonna get some jewelry for her pants, a
Yeah.
nice big belt buckle.
not so simple as that, but yes.
It
All
could
right,
very well
is-
work like that.
Now, just because the place we're in where everything is a trap, is this sat on a pressure plate?
Does not appear to be, no. It's like not sat on the floor, it is built into the floor, like it's almost perfect welds.
Pick up the ring and ask Karin if she's still got room.
I don't think she has enough bag space for something that heavy.
I'm not sure the thing
What,
could
the
fit through
governor's
the
tent?
through the entrance of the bag is the problem.
Yeah, I don't think it could fit through that. I don't think the bag
Yeah.
opens up that far.
Yeah, I don't think the bag has a
We've
meter
shoved
wide.
bigger things in there before, but
Not a
that
meter
wasn't
wide
a-
solid.
yeah, in other campaigns we have, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of bag of holding Karin has. So, Karin, do you think this will fit in your bag of holding, or should I carry it?
Well, weight-wise, but opening it opens about what was given was maximum 3D.
Then no.
Yeah, no, you would not be able to carry this. It is very heavy, but you're pretty strong.
Ralu has a 20 strength, so
Yeah, you can just like loop it over your shoulder.
or just probably just loop it over her shoulder for now.
And so it's a meter wide and an inch thick, solid gold. It's a heavy bitch, but yes, you can manage. Probably digging a little bit uncomfortably into your shoulder.
That's why I have plate armor on.
Sure, but it's still, then your plate is the thing that is digging uncomfortably into you. It's fucking
The
mad to
plate
me.
armor has like leather and cloth under it.
It sure does, but this thing is a
still
lot
heavy
heavier than your
digging.
armor.
So we entered through like this way. Is there like multiple doors in this cube, or is it like a one-way like doorway system?
Let's see here. This one is multiple doorways. And they are currently open, now that this chest is open.
Do these things change? We could just leave the ring here and pick it up on our way out.
I don't know yet. Since these doors are open, are we able to see into the next rooms before going into them?
Yes. Yes, you can. You
But-
can see into these rooms. They all look empty and identical.
Oh, okay.
But before we do that, I would like to mark out the door that we came from.
Very clever.
If that works.
How do you mark the door you came through?
Use an adventurer's kit.
Well, for
I mean,
for,
what does this
first-
mark look like?
No, if I don't need to make an adventure kit, I can use the mace, which has it can actually scratch.
Are you sure?
Can it?
Yes, Quiconium ignores
Yeah,
all the
the-
other.
Yeah, you
My
certainly
gosh,
can, but go ahead.
Not
Like
sure that's
checking
a good idea, but go ahead.
the frame.
Are
I
you
would hesitate on doing
scratching
that.
the wall or the floor?
That we came from. Which direction was that?
Doesn't matter.
Before you
Wall
do
or
so,
floor is what you're scratching on.
Karin, I would
Hmm.
hesitate on trying to harm the space that we're in. We are essentially in
Oh.
a demi-plane or something like that, and doing damage to it, I would not recommend.
Oh. Okay, no poking holes. Okay,
Hey, Mass.
Tiff will put up a hand. I've got crayons.
Yeah,
I have ink
We have
and
that.
chalk. So
we have that. Also, Masika, did you bring in your sewing implements with you?
Yes.
Find a hook somewhere where you can hook a long piece of thread, just in case.
this yarn ball I have.
Okay, could you repeat that? My brother just I have to tell him not right now.
So, could you, if you have a large spool of thread, we want to mark our entrance so we don't get lost. So, not only marking our entrance, but could you put a hook at one of the ends and then have the line unspooling behind you so we can follow it back just in case?
Yeah, I can be Ariadne, sure.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hook it, but you can just put a weight on the end. It's not a tremendous difficulty for you.
Yeah, you just glue it. Just spin
Yeah.
it there. There you go.
Yeah, we have expenditures of adventurers kit, so we can just pull an anvil out of our bags.
Clunk.
That's all right then. Since you've done that, now which way to go? They all look the same. Left,
Yeah,
they
right,
all
or
look
center.
Indeed, behind you,
Is
the
there
laser
any-
room also looks the same. It looks like a normal empty room.
When you're lost in a
what I
cave,
felt it
always
was.
go left.
Now the question is there any markings
On these doors,
or the frames or like anywhere
there
on the
are
inside?
markings in the frames. They
Ah,
appear to be a series of lines and dots.
Oh no,
Like
it's in
Morse
Morse
code.
code.
No, not laid out like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Like
Is it
Mayan?
let's see here. Is it written like a code type thing? Like, can I try and decipher it using my feed stuff?
Yes, you can try and decipher it.
Okay. So I get my proficiency bonus to this, so this would be... I'm
And
just
you
gonna
are
hit
a
history.
mathematician, so enjoy some advantage.
Okay. I'll just hit the history button for it, since that is the ability score plus the proficiency. Oh, it's a crit.
Shit. Okay. As you check all of these doors, you realize that these are mathematical formulas going from left to right, essentially. Additions, divisions, and no multiplications, I don't think. No. Additions, divisions, and... Won't there be negatives? There are probably some negatives. But you realize more importantly that these have different solutions. Only one of them is a prime number.
Ah. Alright. Well, that helps narrow things down, I think. If my hunch is correct, then this door here, and she'll point to the one with the prime number for a solution, is likely the path forward, given it's the only one that has it.
It sounds like a sound theory to me. Tiff will, double check your maths. You never really want to go into this kind of thing unpeer reviewed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they are solving for primes, and only one of them is prime. So yeah. Tiff agrees. What about the rest of you?
Like,
I'm not a mathematician, I'm just a healer, so...
listen, Ralu's smart, but she also knows that that Anai is also smart, so she's not going to second guess her. Shrug. Sounds good to me.
Alrighty. As you pass through the prime door, you hear other doors grinding and clicking shut. There's the sounds of hissing gas, there's the sounds of flames igniting all of a sudden, and that is from doors behind you, the other two you hadn't chosen, slowly closing.
Well,
The room that you are in is undamaged, and there is something in the center of this room as well. It looks like a little wicker basket.
Second verse, same as the first.
is it like
Yeah.
a closed wicker basket or like...
Yeah, it's got one of
open?
those like flop over picnic
Yes.
basket lids that's just like close the flap so you can't see the contents.
I think
Anai,
Savin is muted.
do you want to try to
No shit.
investigate?
Yeah, and someone else can try and investigate if they'd like to.
Yeah. Might as well, I suppose. I thought we were going for checking out the room first before going straight to the basket, but...
I wasn't
This
going straight
room,
to the
otherwise,
basket.
besides the others, is one of the identical plain gears set into the walls rooms. Except the only difference here is that there is a wicker basket in the middle of the room.
I wasn't
Okay,
going
then we'll-
straight to the basket. I just assumed. I'm not assuming that every room isn't trapped. It's a new room, so you check for traps.
Mm-hmm.
So 26 then.
And then we send the hovercast in.
You detect no traps in this room.
Alright, I am going to be right back, but my suggestion is once again Operation Hovercast.
Yeah. Alright, Hovercast, you are being requested to infiltrate this picnic basket.
Oh god. Well, at least the picnic basket I can presumably open with my mage hand.
You can, it does not look that heavy.
I'm not necessarily sure it's a good idea to just try and open it, though, given if you had done it with the chest, it probably would have set something off.
I mean, it's a picnic basket. What the fuck else am I gonna do? I guess I could check it
Well,
that one for
presumably-
secret levers too.
I mean, like, one flap of it might open up the trap, the other flap might not.
Alright.
Give me an investigation. You don't detect any traps, but while you're looking at it, you can see that there is writing on a little like white sticker that has been put on this picnic basket's lid.
Okay.
It reads
You want to use my inspiration?
Not really.
No. It reads in a language that you recognize by liberty of meeting people from that place. It is written in a Rune.
Okay.
Do you have the ability to decipher languages? You know what you're looking at because you've seen a Rune before now, thanks to the Ina Crow.
I would have to cast Comprehend Languages, which I have not done yet today.
I have the spell, but I don't have it prepared.
Well then, friendos, I think we're taking a short rest.
Yep, I can.
In which case, I might as well use Inspiration to try and fucking reroll that.
Sure.
25.
All right, with a crit. Ask me 2 questions about this picnic basket.
How can I open it safely?
Mage Hand is honestly a perfectly acceptable way to open it safely.
Are there any traps on it or other dangerous devices?
It does not appear to have traps or dangerous devices. It has devices inside of it, but they look to be inside this basket in like a pile you can make out through like just the fact that wicker does have a little bit of give to it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a pile of something that looks like a mechanism inside, but it's not like attached to the basket in any measure.
Alright. I will just set the card aside for now and just mage hand it open.
Okay. When you open this thing up, you can see that the contents are more of these silvery blue gears, but it's a little pile of them. Each of them's about, say, the size of your palm, really. And they are... You know how, like, powder-coated stuff has that sort of, like, baked, rough texture to them?
Yes.
These look like they've got that powder coating and it hasn't been cooked yet, you know, to become glossy and smooth and protected. Pretty sure that powder coating is really finely ground up residium, though.
Oh,
Residium,
boy.
you say?
It's like, you know how usually residium's quite coarse grains. This has been ground down until it's basically like icing sugar, like very, very soft, powdery.
Just the way I love it.
Yeah, it's powder coated on these gears. Typically, your family have a shipbuilding place. You've seen a powder coating done. You know that it is applied to a metal surface and then heated up very, very hot. This is clearly made for that process.
Oh boy. Alright.
Okay.
So, clearly the thing to do is to bring Anai over here and let her play with the gears, because they're covered in Residium. And this will clearly trigger her to have, like, a galaxy brain moment.
Yeah.
Well, we need to know what's written first.
20 palm size silver gear. Okay. Well, I guess I will have to do the short rest and use up a vitality to get spells and change out one of my first level spells to be comprehend languages. So ritual, do I have to spend like another vitality to activate the ritual spell during the short rest?
No,
Or can I
you
just do it as
take a short
part of
rest,
it?
and during any short rest you can use one short rest right ability.
Okay, then we will go ahead and comprehend language. Tell me what's on this note before I play with the gears. As much as I want to play with the gears.
Hey, Ari, finish these up, will you? And if you lick them again, there'll be no dessert.
Oh, telling me not to lick the Residium gears. I'm telling Ari not to lick the Residium gears.
They didn't say Anai no licking the Residium gears.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, it says to finish them up. I'll be good. I'm not going to lick the Residium gear for now.
It looks just like icing sugar, though. You want to give me a wisdom save?
Yeah, I do. All right, wisdom saving throw.
You have it
know.
together, Crack Fox.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
You mentioned that your family did like some sort of powder coating before, right, Cass? How's it work?
What? Did I?
You were mumbling about powder coatings and everything like that while you're looking at the things.
I was mumbling about how much I wanted a donut.
All right. Well, it says to finish these up. Any idea what that means then?
Cook them, maybe?
Okay. In what fashion? Just
I
heat
don't
them
know.
up, or
You're the fucking wizard.
all right. Can I intuit what it means to like finish baking like this residium into it, like with an arcane check, arcana check?
Yeah, give me an Arcana test.
That feels like that's a thing to do. Oh boy.
Oh my
It's Residium,
god!
of course I know how to do it.
You know what? Look, this bitch knows her blue. Okay. Much like normal powder coatings are applied to a lot of heat, so that the powder surface breaks down and becomes like a liquid that then gives a nice, strong, thin coating to something. In this case, you think instead of heat, you're meant to apply a circle of magic. Basically, burn a spell slot to cook these gears.
Okay. What spell slot would I need to burn to cook them then?
It would only be a first circle spell slot. It's not complicated. It's just use power on it.
Okay. Well, I've got plenty of those about, so I'll just set about making it up and pouring in a first level spell slot into them. I assume it's like one
Sure.
for all the gears and not like
Yeah,
one per gear.
one for the whole basket. Unless you take them out of the basket, in which case I guess they're not in a pile anymore. You have to individually cook them.
Nah, I'll put them in the basket. We'll cook them all at once.
Okay then. As you do so, the basket's lid drops closed on it again. And you can smell that familiar blueberry. It's so steamy and good. But not just blueberry, you also smell it's kind of like buttery. Quite buttery.
Okay.
That appears to be it. You hear 3 doors opening.
The temptation to open this basket again is strong, but I probably shouldn't.
I mean, it smells like blueberry and butter now. It doesn't smell like gears.
You know what? Yeah, I'll use a mage hand and reopen it after after I'm sure it's finished cooking.
All right. You now have a shiny new magical item.
A magical blueberry pie.
It's like one of those automatic air fresheners, but pie.
Ah, yes, that would be amazing.
It is a basket of short crust blueberry cookies that never go stale. The basket
Oh, this is
fills...
great.
No, sorry, not short crust, short bread, even.
I'll
Short
nibble
bread.
on one of the cookies.
Oh, it tastes so good!
Scow does love her bags of refilling cookies. Hallie had one in last campaign.
It's just good shit. If you were a wizard, why wouldn't you, you know?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? This is perfect, fantastic. I love it.
Cass, you're a treat to that. It's buttery, it's sugary. Shortcut cookies are like,
Ah, wonderful. So, on
Tiff
to
leans
new
in.
door.
Can I have a cookie?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck yeah. She is going to claim one of these shortbread cookies, and she'll like snap it so that she can feed a little bit to Tink, and then we'll munch on the other one. Oh my gosh, these things are just butter and sugar.
Wonderful, aren't they?
Yes. Cass, consume a cookie.
I'm gonna hold off on that.
She pauses.
Why not?
You're holding off on treats. What have you done with Cass?
On absolutely wonderful treats. Do you smell these?
No,
Oh,
I
we have a
bet
basket
they
here.
are.
Smell
It's
them.
just like, what if it's some sort of devious ruse?
God, making
Okay,
cookies a devious
let
ruse would
me-
be fucked up.
Let me
Congratulations,
let me
sir
counter
or
this
madam.
point.
Your trap was a success.
Let me counter that point of yours, Cass. When has that stopped you from eating any of the other food that we find that is basically reproduced ad infinitum from the baskets or jars or anything like that?
Let me
No, but we
counterpoint.
don't find those and just start chowing down on them in the middle of the super dimensional cube dungeon.
Let me counterpoint. Cass likes his cookies with milk.
There's a snicker from Tiff, and she'll lick crumbs from her fingers. Well, it tastes normal to me. By normal, I mean delicious.
No, you're lost.
Well, I
Right,
I'm pretty
then-
sure it's the basket itself is magic.
Cass can have cookies later. It's fine. Let's continue onward.
Yes. So, is there another set of like multiple doors in here, or is it one?
Yeah,
door?
yeah. Door opened up in all of the directions again, and once more you can try calculating for prime.
Rub your
Give me
brain on
an
it.
Arcana. You know you're trying to find the prime number in these calculations. The DC has gone down.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, that is a pass. You figure out the safest door. This one's on the right, just to catch out everyone who's like, always take left, always take left. That previous one was the left door. This time it's the right door.
Ah, of course.
Cunning, I know.
Wait, so then it's like the door we're going back to the door we came from. Then?
No. As in stage left or right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we went in through the left, and then there's 3 doors, and we're going right now.
Okay.
You're starting to go in a you're moving in like the Tetris Z.
Yeah, the snake.
A wiggly boy. Alright, so I assume there's another room?
Yeah, there is. Oh, I like this room. As you enter, you can see that this room is not empty. And it doesn't have an object in it either. Instead, you can see at the very center of the room is a ghost. And when I say ghost, it's confusing. It appears at first to be a humanoid figure about 5'10", with a big white sheet thrown over their head with eye holes cut out. Like the prototypical Halloween ghost. And you're like, oh, that's a cute outfit, until you look down and see that there are no feet or legs there. That's a real ghost dressed like a Halloween ghost.
It's a
What
kid that was
the
killed on Halloween. And I am going to, once
A
again...
5'10" kid, pretty tall.
Hey,
hang on.
my
What-
name-
No,
I was about to
sorry,
say-
it's Hedrah with no
Now,
feet.
I was about to say, we have someone like that in talking to us right now.
Good point.
All right, so I'm going to once again not trust the room, and 19 investigation for traps.
You detect no traps as you enter and look around. The little ghost will look towards you all.
Gonna wave Karin forward.
The
Yep.
ghost waves a ghost blanket hand at you. Hello there.
Hey there.
Hi. Welcome. Are you here to take the challenge? Little challenge?
Well, it all depends on what the challenge is. We stumbled into this cubing with cubes, attached to cubes.
Ah, of course. Well, this contest, this challenge, is to impress me. You must impress me with an earnest expression of art. However you interpret that is up to you, but I must be impressed by your earnest interpretation of art.
I mean, one of
this
the
is a
greatest
very
works of art I've ever seen in my life is right here. Cass will just put hands on Ralu's hips.
Is that the answer you would like to submit?
Well, like I said, 'tis an impeccable work of art made of flesh.
Alright, sell this to me. When did you craft this one?
Yeah, see.
I crafted this one when I redeemed her from the evil of her heart. She was cruel and callous, but with my love and dear affection I brought her back to the light.
Give me a persuade.
Alright.
And I made sure to pound this clay into the perfect shape.
She's... You've rather done most of the pounding here. But, I'll throw a d6 on that. Yeah, 17.
No, 19 is fine. You have advantage. Presumably Ralu is helping in this. She is your subject.
I mean,
Perfect.
is helping turning deep red because
That does honestly help because, behold, my notes for the third challenge. Impress the spiritual judge with an earnest expression. It doesn't actually matter what the score is. What matters is the earnestness. And you immediately went for a heart shot. Your interpretation was functionally as close to the term correct as it could be.
Well, more wholesome than trying to perform a pole dance, I suppose.
Hey, I mean, if you put your all into that pole dance, it would be just as earnest.
Ralu's only idea was, how long does it take to fly back to the ship to get one of the ships in a bottle that she and Cass make together?
I mean, that would also be a really successful.
I probably would have picked Ralu's over.
Oh yeah, no, Ralu's cloak that she's wearing was like a nat 20.
Yeah, no, that was a
Yeah.
gorgeous expression of art as well. Yeah, like, you have a lot of evidences of genuine earnestness and good feelings. I like Cass's play. I think that technically it isn't an artistic challenge. It is an earnest expression, though, and that's all it needed to be. The ghost pauses and then bobs on the spot. Very well. The way is open, and no doors open around this ghost. Instead, where they are hovering, the middle circle falls out, revealing yet another entryway, another membrane.
Oh, we're going down now.
No, makes sense. It's a cube. Maybe we're on the top layer and have to go through 2 more of them. Or more. Who knows? Cubes can have more than 3 layers.
Oh wait, we did a short rest, right?
We did.
I no longer have the Rune of Jordan strength on.
Well, you could do a short rest if you want.
Yeah, you don't have to spend. You don't
to.
have to spend a vitality, which means that you haven't taken a short rest yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a short rest is spent when you, or a short rest is taken when you spend a vitality. In any case.
Yeah, I had to spend one to change out like a prepared spell.
All right. Well, like usual, Ralu will step forward and look down.
Looks like another cube in there.
And Ralu will drop down.
Have a lovely time.
We will. Woohoo! Jump in.
How far
Feet
down
first.
is it?
Wait,
As you do so, there's that, in Portal where you jump through a portal and it's got a one on the other side and you go up. You do that and it just sort of like jumps you onto like the edge of this thing, so you're still in the outside circle.
Oh, okay. So, no having to protect people from ball damage. If it's like Portal, then I'm gonna move out of the way.
Yeah. Hedrah?
I'm trying to check. These cookies,
Yes.
these shortbreads, they're
Mm-hmm.
of magical nature, correct?
The container appears to be magical. The cookies themselves do not appear to be. They appear to be buttery, sugary, and blueberry.
Well, I will take one of them, and I will spend about 5 GP of my own Residium stash.
Mm-hmm.
5, and I will give it to the ghost.
Oh, how delightful. Thank you very much. That's oh so sweet. I don't have hands. And then uh it'll just like lean in. Just drop it into one of the eye holes.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm glad I jumped through the
Alright.
portal before seeing this.
okay. Yeah, just
Just
do
drop
that.
it into this hollow black expanse, and then you hear crunching noises, and then like and a very like over-evoked om nom 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 nom. That is delicious. Thank you very much, Miss Bear. Have a lovely day.
You
And
too.
good luck in the next room. Here's a hint. The alphabet is important.
Thank you very much. Just move. Give my boss it. And just move to the next one.
Yeah. Now you are in a room covered in gears as before. When you look up, air quotes, at the floor you fell, lifted, rose up through, there doesn't appear to be a door there. You are stood on the membrane instead in the middle of the room. Or stood around, sorry, the membrane that is sat in the middle of the room. Holding the thread, it has still managed to stay connected this entire time. How nice. This room has a blackboard on, just like placed down leisurely up against the wall, like you know the ones on wooden stands with the wheels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a wooden wheel stand blackboard, just like up close to the wall. It's close enough that you would have a hard time flipping the blackboard over without pulling it closer to you, further away from the wall. It is a common blackboard. It's like dusty from having been rubbed out and replaced many, many times. And there is something written on it. Anai, you still have comprehend languages, yes?
Yeah. It lasts the entire day until a long rest.
All right, excellent. When you come to the end.
Ralu doesn't say that, but that's immediately what Ralu thinks.
When you come to the end of all, you know, I am there.
Mm-hmm. That you can read that with comprehend languages. So really, I think at the moment only Anai can.
Okay.
A riddle, it looks like.
Oh, fun.
I'll reiterate it
Uh,
for the rest of them. That's the most literal
Uh,
interpretation from it that I'm getting from comprehend languages. Is it actually like one of the regular languages I know, just to be sure?
It's a rune, and you don't regularly know a rune.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay, so just gonna mention that the ghost told us that gave me a hint, said that the alphabet was important.
The alphabet.
The alphabet.
What? Wait.
Like the order of it.
The end of all you know? It's gonna be either W or E. If alphabet is important, which is individual letters, then when it comes to it's a jerk trick. It's not actually like melon. I think it's literally the letter. So it's either going to be W or E. Oh wait, it says who am I or I.
The alphabet was important, yeah, so
I don't want to give you any clues to this room, so I'm just going to let you all stew until you choose something or do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I still think that because she said the alphabet was important, it's got to be. When it comes to, it's got to either be I, E, or W.
YW.
because no, when it comes to the end of all you know, so no, the end of no is W.
There's
Teacher?
I really think that you have to think about it because she said the
Think
alphabet
about
was
it
important.
literally.
Yeah, because she said the alphabet was important, not words. So the wording wasn't important. The alphabet's important. I just don't know if the riddle means at the very end of like the very end of the riddle, or
What if you're overthinking it? Just means the letter Z.
I guess, yeah, that also could be just the letter Z. I
I
don't know,
was
man.
gonna
I'm
say
bad at riddles.
just for the hilarity's sake is the fact that if the Rune uses like Nordic with the umlaut thing, then it's not Z. The last one.
It's the zoom out, clearly.
It's the O with the O. With
Yeah, the
double
the loaf
umlauts.
O.
Mm.
No, but they're not the ones who use that.
Tiff scratches the back of her head and starts just like looking around the room.
Am I able to discern what it means by like a who am I in there? Like, is it speaking in a personification sense or like a thing sense?
I think you can't tell that with comprehend languages. The clear intent is to deliver these words in as literal a term as possible. It would be down to your interpretation in such a case.
Can we investigate the chalkboard?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Since you said there was a backside to it as well,
Mm-hmm.
I think I might as well give it a good look over.
Yeah, you can wheel it forward and flip the board over.
You says investigation for him.
You don't have to if you're just going to flip the board.
Okay,
Yeah,
I cheated and I cheated and I asked my brother and his friend who play D&D and everyone's saying W.
That's what it says on the other side of the board.
I start out wonderful, but then begin.
Well, then it's
worse?
W. Start out wonderful. Wonderful begins with W.
But
Letters
then
are
begin
important.
worse.
The alphabet
Yeah,
was
W.
important. Yeah, I start out wonderful and then begin
Yeah,
worse.
it's
You
W.
begin worse
Yeah.
and you start out W. Start out wonderful. I cheated. I just asked people around
You just
me.
asked people, you cheater, but yes. What are you gonna do?
I mean, she had it before she started asking people. Let's
yeah,
be
no,
clear.
honestly, you off the cuff came out swinging, so I approve.
I'll be honest. I thought it was 1 out of 3 chance of W, E, or I because
very
there's
fair.
there's a comma there. So, I guess we'll just suggest W.
All right.
Tiff shrugs seemed good to me.
I assume like there's a line to put in like where this like.
Yeah,
stuff is.
there's a line underneath the who am I that's actually drawn out.
Yeah. All right, I'll write in a very pretty cursive a W on there then.
Yeah. And then you hear from the opposite side of the blackboard again. You know, you have to flip it over to put a W on it. On the opposite side of the blackboard, you hear that familiar sound of chalk scratching on a blackboard.
No.
And then it stops.
Once it stops, I'll flip it over and see it, or I'll walk to the other side and see it.
It can pierce the best armor and make swords crumble with but a rub. Yet for all of its power, it can't harm a club.
Oh no.
Rust?
Can I phone a
think
friend
it's
again?
rust. And clubs typically aren't made of like metal, so it would be rust, I would imagine.
Yeah. Sounds like rust.
Does sound like rust.
There is a line beneath.
Well, Master Smith, what do you think? Do you think it's rust?
Yeah, clubs are wooden. That would be my best guess, yes.
Yeah.
Once again, in pretty cursive, I will write out rust onto the line.
All right. And the moment you do so, for a moment's pause, you hear once more the scratching.
Wait till that's finished and then flip it around and see what it has for us this time. Has it also like erased like the previous riddle like once we turn it
Yep.
around after solving it? Okay.
An untiring servant it is, carrying loads across muddy earth, but one thing that cannot be forced is a return to the place of its birth.
Right. And Antai
It's gotta be
is
a
carrying
river.
its loads across Mother Earth. Yeah, a river can actually never return to.
Is it? It feels like it might be a wave or something similar.
No.
It could.
A wave
it's-
is a wave concentrical though, but it will bounce back if it hits anything, so it will return.
Oh, I was thinking tide. but
Current?
You think it's a current, maybe?
No. The current loops.
Oh, you're right.
A river, probably.
Stream?
Yeah. I think actually it's
yeah, no,
river.
that makes sense. Like, no, that makes sense. Like, that's what the Nile does. It just rivers
you
all
can-
go downstream like the Mississippi. Probably that. Yeah, not a wave. It's-
Okay, is that what you're putting in?
Good job,
River.
Winter. I think that's. I think that might actually be it.
I suppose unless somebody has a better idea, we'll write in river.
Nope. Or a glacier?
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
No.
Glaciers ebb and flow.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, they are solid existence, so they just
For now.
they just roll.
I'd rather not.
All right. When you write in river, more scratching in the back of this blackboard. And there is a definitive
Map. We want a map. We have weapons.
Yes, I suppose so.
How many are there?
Expand our knowledge.
You want a
looks
weapon
like
on a map?
there is a space laid out below the smiley face.
Yeah, I suppose a map would be better. If we get a weapon, it probably would just be a sword or a club of some kind. Or some other facet of that instead of an implement. Doesn't say an implement after all.
Karin finally got a weapon that we can upgrade to a magical one, so I'm pretty sure we're all good on weapons.
Yeah, it's for when I hit stuff. But my costume implement.
Yeah, it likely wouldn't be an implement, I imagine.
No.
Alright,
So
then.
map, I guess map it is.
Map it is. Cursive map on there.
You do so. There is yet more scribing. This time it sounds like it's taken an awful lot longer. You can hear like sweeping motions, a little bit of scratchy scratching. before you are shown looks like maybe a hilly range. And at the bottom of a mountain is a inscription that reads, "Thar she blew."
Can I copy this down on like a piece of paper or like a scroll or something like that?
Absolutely, you can even hold it up to your own map and try and just find where this series of hills and mountains is.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Seems we should leave that up to our local ranger here. She'd probably have better knowledge of it or have advantage for finding that sort of thing on a map.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, give me a survival test or a navigation.
Do I have advantage just from my general background? In
Yeah, you're
history.
straight up a Pathfinder and
All right.
Traveler and yada yada yada. It's your shtick.
Oh, I'm getting an idea.
Oh.
here.
With a crit, you know
Ooh.
exactly where it is.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
getting
I
an
know this
idea here.
place.
This cube might be giving us pieces to make a sand ship at this rate.
What would I do that?
Given that you're giving us so far a ring that does the spirit thing, seeing that there can be residium gears for doing that sort of thing, and now a location that's called Varshi Blow.
No, specifically the Archie Blue.
That's what I said.
You said blow.
You did say
I
blow.
said blue.
You
Oh,
did say blow.
I heard blow.
We
but
all heard
yes.
blow.
I said blue.
Okay, well,
Well, that's actually quite close.
it is. It is nestled in pretty deep to the hills and mountains of Archie Blue.
That's perfect. Bop, 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 bop.
It's a hell of a trek to get in there, but probably pretty worthwhile one.
I imagine so.
Yeah, we can just go around the mountains first.
What, you don't want to cut through the mountains, Hedrah? Finally see something other than not flat plain
We
and
can't
desert.
cut through a mountain.
Aw, I'm sure we can.
It's a
We
sand
literally
ship.
can't. It's
A
a sand
sand ship.
It's a land ship, not a sand ship.
It's a sand ship. It
It's
cannot
called a
go
sand
over
ship.
mountains.
I don't think you believe in luck enough.
I know how the ship works when like it goes into sand and displaces it. It can't do that on mountains. We had this sort of problem when it had like very shallow areas.
I'm sure it's fine.
Would likely have to pilot around it.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to go over here to the water and then here and then and then and then
Yeah. Sounds fair. Once that matter is done, the blackboard will scratch for you once more. This was
Yes.
nice. I like it when nobody has terrible burns. Oh, want a puzzle for the kids?
Is it a puzzle we get to take with us or take away from here?
Get no response.
you just say yes. There.
I think we should say yes.
Yeah.
If nothing else, Masika's daughter will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scribble in a little yes, and then you hear something clatter to the ground as though it fell from the back of the blackboard.
Is it a Rubik's Cube?
No, it appears to be a tile slider puzzle.
Oh, I like those.
Much better than a Rubik's Cube.
Much better than
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube. Tile sliders way superior to Rubik's Cubes. And this is a magic slider puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
Simply, give me an Arcana test.
Okay. I'm all about those magic puzzles. Tell me about it. It's 27. Intro to magical items was one of my favorite courses. Oh, that is wonderful. Absolutely adorable.
Once the
Wonderful.
puzzle is completed, a little butterscotch candy is dispensed, after which it can be used the next day.
Your child is going to love it.
I'm gonna
Gotta
pick it up.
reward learning
Yeah.
with learning with treats. Associate those early on in your kids.
I'm gonna
I'll
pick
have
it
to
up
make
and
these.
think hard of the creature.
The creature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Zizi will love this, yeah.
Aziz would love this. Absolutely adore it. She loves puzzles. She definitely strikes me as a puzzles and Legos kid.
Yeah,
I'll make
I
one of
think
these
so.
If I ever have a child.
Careful not. This thing is
So
awesome.
she's gonna get the slider puzzle and a plushie.
Oh, hell yeah, Aziz is a lucky little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
After
then,
which
to the doors.
there is nothing else happening. No more doors open.
Oh,
I
I
think we've
suppose this is the
solved the
treasure
box.
then.
Yeah, when you went left, right, and down, you would now, if this were a 3x3 cube, you're in the center of it.
Ah, that makes sense. Oh,
Very
I suppose
useful
this is,
adventure indeed.
yeah, I suppose this is the treasure of it. Finding, actually, now that I think about it, Loam, you knew where that location was pretty much immediately. Is there some legend about a ship going down near there, or?
Give me a history test.
Ooh.
From Loam. She knows the area. Potentially.
Which test? Sorry.
A history.
You say. I'm
Probably
not that
a
great.
specialty of yours, but you might retain that knowledge.
I would probably assisting you with my vast knowledge of history.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right. Yeah, Loam. That place was never thought of as like a battlefield of any kind, but it's definitely a place ships avoid going through because it's so dangerous. Not just because of the hilly terrain. It's just known that particular either monsters or raiders, people were around in the area that would do a lot of damage to ships or make them go missing. The most common theory being that it used to be a very, very large pirate camp. Pirate/bandit camp. And it worked that way for quite a few hundreds of years, and now people just by habit avoid it. Something that became easier to do the more developed the hills and dunes became around it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it is also a dangerous area, but the theory that that is leading you to a ship is a pretty good guess if it's pointing you to a place where ships went missing.
Well, it's a dangerous place for ships. Most shipping avoids that location, that area. But so
It also depends how long ago it was. If people just start to avoid an area after some time, whoever lives or whoever pirate crew, everything used to be there, gonna have nothing to do. Is that right?
Makes sense, maybe.
Oh, it might be dangerous, but I think we should check it out.
The blackboard seemed pretty chill.
Yeah.
You probably head back before your respective wife panics herself into a frenzy.
Yeah. Should well just backtrack that?
Yes, let's work on getting out of here. I don't think the other rooms will be worth visiting given when we took the correct path, they closed
Pretty
off with sounds of fire and gas.
Pretty sure they were traps, but remember, we're gonna have to go up, so Masika, you want to help me launch our friends through the ceiling?
Oh no, you have to watch my perfect ass go up through a membrane. What a shame for you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, everyone else is like, we definitely want Anai to go first, though, right? Yeah.
Nah, here's the thing. If we leave it for last, that's why, in case she gets blockade, that's why we can at least pull. Have more people help pulling.
I, I think my solution is easier. Also, I'm the
Yeah,
only
just be the
one.
bridge.
I'm also the only one strong enough to pick you up.
Yeah, there'll probably be some teamwork involved in getting Karin up there, but between your party, you're pretty strong, and you've laid out a thread to keep track of your route. You do not get turned around, which is a good thing. As you go through the roof of this cube, you swear that surely that means the thread should have been the door over there, but it's not. It's the one behind you, and you've been completely turned around on exiting the cube. But yeah, you left yourself markers and do not have to try and puzzle your way back out. You can backtrack through this place.
Thank God, Winter's a seamstress.
Yeah.
Indeed, well done, Ariadne.
Once we're out of this, uh, would there have actually been like consequences to trying like striking and damaging the cube with like the Squeakonium mace?
Probably not.
Okay.
Still,
I'm
like,
not going to give you any foreshores, yes or no's.
using like markers and using the string was the best idea we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. I will neither confirm nor deny I looked up top riddles for kids.
Listen, those were riddles for kids. I had to consult with like 2 other people.
I mean,
who
hey,
played
you
D&D
still
every day.
solved them all, which means that was a fucking win, okay?
Yeah.
Every DM ever is looking at puzzles for kids like, I don't fucking know if they've got the chops.
Listen,
Listen,
I
we
will
did
admit
fine.
that first one, like the when you come to the end of all, I am there. I was not understanding it.
No, at first I thought it was death, but then when you typed out the alphabet was important, then I started counting the letters, and I couldn't figure
Part
out.
of me was worried that you'd never flip the thing over to get the actual hint.
Well, that wasn't the thing. You said the alphabet was important.
Yeah.
That's why I started.
The riddle's pre-built hint is the
I
the
still
start
understand
yeah,
the hint either.
yeah,
which
yeah.
confirmed it. But I asked people before we had that part, and
Yeah, you did well.
Yeah, I still don't understand the hint for it either. Really, I'll be honest.
I did the phone a friend. Oh, because the hint for it, if you look at it, do.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't get how you get like
I start out wonderful, then begin worse. WW.
Yeah, it's a nonsense statement that just says that it starts with W and it starts with W.
And then like they said like because I was half convinced it was Z, but then my brother and his friend said it was W, and then when there were more W's after that, I was like, all right, I know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
It's a confirmation for what is technically a very mean word trick as opposed to literally a riddle, but honestly, the definition of riddle slides all over the place.
I mean, isn't that just riddles anyways?
Yeah, exactly. It's just all over the place. Yeah.
like the rest of them were fine. Like and they were actually like more fun than that first one.
The other ones were much more in the realm of classic riddle. But yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are able to back out. Sleepy Hedrah.
Yes.
It's fine, we're wrapping up.
Yeah. Let's go about the town, meet up with the rest of them again, and go about their respective nights and meet again in the morning.
Yeah, cast and crew are excited for you to come. Like, most of them are waiting at the bathhouse for you. Surprised when you turn up already dripping fucking wet. But otherwise, well done. You have left with a magical ring of summoning and binding of elemental spirits. If unneeded, the object itself is probably worth a fair fucking chunk of cash. Not that I think that you guys even care about cash these days.
No, but we care about Residium. What sort of magical item level is this, Skow?
Good question. I'd say legendary. I think it's a one of a kind.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Well, no, it wouldn't be one of a kind. It would be very rare. Because there were multiples of these to make different ships work back in the day when that was still a thing they were trying to figure out.
Good, good. If it turns out we don't need it, we can melt it down into sweet, sweet Residium.
Into sweet, sweet Residium. You also found one of my favorite items, the basket of endless cookies.
Oh yeah, that's making a permanent stay in the ship, and I'm gonna keep it on me as much as I
Yeah,
can.
that's like a put it in the foyer kind of deal, so everyone gets a little treat, a little tasty treat. Steamy buttery cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. And yeah, you got a lovely little tile puzzle and the location to maybe something dope.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's like some sort of lost, like, big sand ship.
Could be.
The
At the very least,
Enterprise.
it is or was a bandit or pirate hub.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll find some ship ruins and like have some cool stuff on those ships.
Yeah. How about we go to Explorance?
Sure.
All right. Did you save an innocent life?
We sure did.
Yep. Did you defeat a solo or treacherous encounter?
I don't think that was a treacherous encounter.
No. Did you learn something new about the World Attitude Journal?
The Bermuda Triangle of ships, that might be just pirates there.
Absolutely. Take on or create a quest or complete a quest.
I don't think
Didn't-
so.
no,
I
wait,
don't
didn't
think it
we
counts
com-
as a quest?
I'm pretty sure it was because we marked it off on our map to specifically go here and to figure out the puzzle box thing.
Yeah, this was a quest.
Okay.
Uncover a rare magical item or treasure hoard? Yep. Well done. Special objective? No, you knew about this one from the start. There was no difficulty to uncover it in particular.
So 4?
4 experience.
2, 2, 2.
226.
Ah, that does sound correct.
Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed playing with gravity and puzzles and cubes.
Indeed.
Thanks for running, Skow.
My pleasure. I haven't heard from Savin in like 20 minutes.
I was just thinking that, like, I haven't heard from a while.
Yeah.
Did you fall asleep?
Maybe.
Well, no. I think Savin's just grumpy.
Grumpy.
Just bored, yeah.
He hasn't unmuted to refute that, so
Yeah.
we're just going to
I
assume
guess
he was
so.
eaten by Tasha.
Yep.
Tasha.
He got too much strawberry on him today.
This is where I opened up his stream just to see if he's bad-mouthing us.
Oh, you know, he totally is at all times, at every point.
No, he's just completely silent. He's just fucked off, I guess.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, I did think he might have just closed his eyes and
Maybe,
for that
maybe.
brief moment.
Oh, come on. Savin's not being.
Fair, but I am going to drag him into